Full Camry Family Stadium in Norman. It's the 9th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners and the 22nd-ranked Texas A&M Aggies. The first meeting between these programs as SEC rivals, and the Aggies' first trip to Norman since 2011. Alongside the former Oklahoma Sooner Blake Brewster, I'm Chad McKee. Wouldn't say that conference play means that you hit the reset button by any stretch of the imagination, but you've got some data. 16, 17 games for both these teams. Blake, what does the data tell you about these two squads?
Well, Chad, the pitching on both sides has been phenomenal. You'll see that tonight in two Friday night heavyweights, Shane Sadeo and Cam Johnson. The Aggies' offense have been dynamic. The Aggies nationally hold top 10 honors in batting average, on base percentage, and slugging. The Sooners, on the other hand, are in the manufacturing department. They rank 4th in the country in stolen bases, almost averaging 3.5 a game. They're a team that kind of separates balls from strikes at a professional level, and they have a highly effective rate of scoring runs with 2 outs.
Oklahoma has been able to score double-figure runs in 10 of 17. They've hit 18 home runs. Texas A&M, 32 home runs. As you said, a little more the power department. This illustrates it a little bit more. Texas A&M with that .344 batting average has them 3rd in the SEC. And Oklahoma, they will take a base on you. 122 walks on the season for the Sooners. That leads the SEC and is 3rd nationally. And the Sooners also lead the SEC in stolen bases, 56 of them. That has them 4th in the country. First time that the Aggies have worn this shades gray or the new anthracite gray uniforms they've got on tonight as they are ready to go. They've got a couple of additions back to the lineup in Chris Hakopian and Wesley Jordan, who have been out extended periods this season. And in their absence, Caden Sorrell has been excellent. He's in the number 2 spot. Gavin Grahovac is up there in the top spot. And then Hakopian and Jordan back-to-back and back in the lineup. Jake Dewar, Nico Partita, Terrence Keel II, Bear Harrison, and Boston Kellner. Some good freshmen in the lineup as well tonight for Michael Early. And for the Sooners, Skip Johnson's got this guy, and he is a horse. Cameron Johnson, LSU transfer, his 2nd season in Norman. He started 4 games, 1 no decision, and a 3-0 mark. The key thing for him this year, Blake, 32 strikeouts and only 5 free passes he has issued.
Yeah, he's been in the zone a lot more this effectively. 2.11 ERA, 21 in the 3rd innings pitched. He's going to come at you with a fastball at 95, mix in the changeup to righties, and wipe out slider to left-handers and right-handers.
Conference play is underway, and it feels so good on what's a gorgeous Friday night here at newly named Camry Family Stadium in Norman. Temperature about 78 degrees, just kind of a gentle breeze out of the south tonight. And quickly 2-0 to Gavin Grahovac. Orange, California native is Grahovac. 13 RBIs in his last 5 games. He's been hot, riding a 7-game hitting streak. 2-1 fastball at 96 miles an hour. Oklahoma outfield is straight away. And 3-1. Now, you do have to be careful of the sun right now. It's in a tough spot with a 6:30 local time start. Those guys out in center field and right field in particular are going to battle the sun on fly balls, at least for the first inning or so tonight. 3-2 as Grahovac fouls that one back.
Yeah, we started this one late enough to understand that the ball's not going to go from light to dark as it normally does, getting that 6:30 start tonight. But in the outfield, it's going to be tough. Got to use the gloves to keep the ball out of the sun.
Payoff pitch to Grahovac. He is downstairs. It is a leadoff walk for Gavin Grahovac. Trying to set the tables. This is the first time since game number 2 this season that Texas A&M has had this lineup with everybody healthy. And so now Cameron Johnson has to deal with the base runner, only the 6th free pass that the left-hander has issued in now 5 starts this year. Here's Caden Sorrell. Lefty-lefty matchup. And LaChance holds against Grahovac over at first. Sorrell out of Highland Village, Texas, went to Flower Mound Marcus High School. And he's been around. Became a starter on their College World Series team in 2024. And that was about the 3rd week of the season. He's been in the lineup virtually ever since. As Cameron Johnson misses a little bit downstairs. So he has fallen behind the first 2 Aggies hitters. And 3-0 now.
Everything missing on that arm side. That release point's a little bit late. Got to try to get that back hip to your target.
The 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk. And back-to-back walks to start it. The Aggies can be very offensive and do not usually require a lot of help, but Cameron Johnson has given them some help here in this first inning. And that has drawn Brendan Brock, the catcher, out. All the infielders will get in on the conversation just to kind of calm the nerves, it feels like, of Cam Johnson. He's been good, as we said. This is start number 5. Wins over Texas Tech, Coppin State, and Gonzaga. Had a no decision last week against Santa Clara. And a season ago, in 10 appearances, just 21 innings pitched, but he made 7 starts last year, and Oklahoma was 7-0 in his starts. Here's Chris Hakopian swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off. And the Aggies happy to have Hakopian back in there. His first game since February the 27th. He has missed the last 7 games, and he's only played in now 4 games total as he nurses a cranky back. That 1 home run came the last time he was out there against Virginia Tech, and then he left the game after hitting that home run. Off-speed pitch. 1-1 the count. Hakopian's out of Potomac, Maryland, and transfer from Maryland, his first year with the Aggies after 2 with the Terrapins. Two balls and a strike.
Still struggling to find the release point. Got to try to find a way to get a ground ball here. Limit the damage with the first 2 batters reaching on walks.
And now 3 balls and a strike. Cameron Johnson in danger of loading the bases with walks. Johnson's been part of a great weekend rotation for Skip Johnson and the Sooners, along with L.J. Mercurius and freshman Cord Rager. 3-1, drilled to straightaway left field. Gamble backs up. It's off the middle part of the wall out there. Grohovac is around third, and he is in to score the first run. It's an RBI double off the left field wall by Chris Hakopian. Back in the lineup and making an early difference for the Aggies. They have a 1-0 lead.
Great job by Hakopian there. Gets a fastball middle in an advantage count, 3-1. Let's take another look at this. Yup, middle. Just drops the head to it, bangs it off the wall.
Still nobody out. Runners at second and third. So Hakopian back in there tonight. And this first pitch is low and away to Wesley Jordan, who is also back in the lineup. He's missed the last 10 games with a groin strain. Last played on February the 21st. Only his 7th game total. The 1-0 is through there. Goes after that breaking pitch. One of the best pitches that Cameron Johnson has thrown. Maybe that's one that gets him back on track, Blake.
Yeah, sometimes that slider will get you that release point to the fastball back to the glove side. Good adjustment there.
The 1-2. Fastball just a little bit outside. And the count is all square. Hakopian's double, by the way, was his first of the year. As we mentioned, limited playing time, though. Only his 4th game of the season because of that back injury. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a full count. First base is open. Wesley Jordan, senior out of Highland Village, Texas. And he's transferred from Baylor. Before that, he was at Navarro Junior College. First season in College Station. Payoff pitch, low and in. 3rd walk of the inning, and the bases are loaded.
Gonna get a visit from Skip here. Try to get him calmed down. Bases loaded. You got the double play back in order here. Just got to try to limit the damage.
Skip Johnson, such an excellent pitching coach, and so good at working with Cam Johnson. The progress, he said, he has just loved the growth of Cam Johnson. He has attacked the zone, but so far tonight he has struggled a little bit with that. And he's kind of likened him to, you're like a race car driver in a new car. You know you can go 180, but you're better off cruising along at 165.
Yeah, it's talking about learning how to pitch. Just because you throw 95 doesn't mean that it'll be over the plate. Got to find a way to get it back in the zone, be competitive in at bats.
So it's 3 walks and a base hit. Still nobody out, and a run across for the Aggies. Jake Dewar, the left fielder, is in for Texas A&M. Shows bunt. There's a strike. More of a get-me-over fastball there from Cameron Johnson.
Yeah, 92. Taking a little bit off of it, just trying to throw strikes here.
Jake Dewar out of Flower Mound, Marcus High School. Prior stops at Florida Atlantic and TCU. There's more gas on that fastball, and the count is 0-2 on Dewar. Kind of ran it in on him. Bouncing ball to third. Coming home with it. Camden Johnson throws it wide of the catcher, Brock. Safe is Sorrell. Home comes Hakopian. And the Aggies get 2 more and have a 3-0 first inning lead with still nobody out. Well, they had him dead to rights if it's a good throw.
Yeah, we'll see Dewar kind of chop this towards Cam Johnson's way. Kind of handcuffs him a little bit. Has to get it out quick, and that's where we get the error in the E5.
Sorrell and Hakopian come in to score. And Wesley Jordan stops at second base. So the first Oklahoma error of the night. And 3 runs across for Texas A&M on that error. Still nobody out. And Nico Partita is the batter with men at first and second.
Aggies doing a nice job pushing the envelope here in this first inning, getting a 3-run spot. Good job by Hakopian, not stopping. Playing aggressive here in the first inning.
That one blocked by Brendan Brock. 1-1 the count on Partita. First inning trouble for Cameron Johnson. Base traffic from the get-go. And Partita shoots this one off of Cameron Johnson. He'll scramble to it. The underhanded flip over to the first baseman. Dayton Chance retires Partita. Jordan and Dewar move up a base, and we'll see if Cameron Johnson is okay or exactly where that hit him.
Yeah, let's check another look at this. Great swing straight up the middle. I think it catches him right on the left hand, Chad. Yeah, that hurts. I think you call that a kick save and a butte, but it was the hand.
Not a butte when that is a valuable left hand of Cameron Johnson. And we'll see if he's able to continue. Obviously, great concern anytime, but especially the start that Cameron Johnson has gotten off to this season. He's had a little difficulty here tonight. The numbers a season ago, 7 starts, was 2-0, and so far this year, markedly different in the strike throwing department. I mean, look at that bottom line. Ks to walks a season ago as opposed to this year.
Same amount of innings, right? Been really good, been in the zone, a little bit uncharacteristic for him this year. To allow 3 first inning walks, no help from your defense on the E5, but just trying to find a way to stay in this game at this point.
Man, you just never know. And it's hard to tell with the ball coming in that hard. Where did it get? Did it bend a finger back? Did it get a nail? Did it just hit off a bone on that hand? You know, they typically tell pitchers, you keep that bare hand by your side on a play like that. But athletic reactions sometimes get the better of you. And we'll see how Cameron Johnson is feeling here.
A little grimace looking at the fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to say he's okay. He's a tough kid. Partita did a nice job staying up the middle. That ball was scorched. Cam might have saved a run on that.
Yeah, if he does not get a piece of it, that gets into center field in all likelihood. Let's look one more time.
Really want to see with this contacts. Good job, Arteta. Kind of a tough angle, get the behind view, but I think it hits off the finger.
So he will stay in the game. And it looks like a little bit of activity. No, maybe some will stir out in the Oklahoma bullpen. Skip Johnson typically won't have anybody up and loose, but injuries change things this early in a game. Aggie runners are Jordan down at third, Dewart at second, and here's Terrence Keel the second. Johnson just missed either away or down, perhaps both, to this very good sophomore. Out of Atlanta, Pace Academy has reached base safely in all 16 games so far. And Johnson deals him a strike. Fastball at 95.
To your point, Chad, elite speed on the base pass as well. 6 of 7 on the sole base category. Hitting .404 on the year. This is a promising young hitter.
A shot backhanded at first by LaChance. He looks the runners back and gets out number 2. Well played by Dayton LaChance down there.
Really good swing by Keel there. Going to take another look at it. Does a really nice job of going away with this pitch. Fastball in the outer half. Looks like LaChance just throws the glove down, gets lucky. Look at what I found. Out number 2.
Dayton LaChance playing down at first base again tonight. He and Brendan Brock rotate between first base and catcher. Sometimes they will DH as well. As the first pitch to Bear Harrison is in there. Junior catcher. Second year at Texas A&M. Spent some time at St. Mary's College out in the West Coast Conference. Johnson's 0-1. A little down and in. Ten home runs a year ago for Harrison in 44 games. And so far this year, he's clubbed 2 home runs, driven in 4. 2 balls and a strike. Aggies have an RBI double from Chris Hakopian, who they welcome back to the lineup tonight. And then 2 runs scored on a throwing error by Oklahoma third baseman Camden Johnson. His 3rd error of the season. 3-0 Texas A&M. Went around. That one goes off of the catcher, Brendan Brock, and scooting in comes Wesley Jordan from third. So it'll be a strike, likely a wild pitch, and definitely a 4-0 lead for Texas A&M.
This is tough luck right here. You're going to see a changeup. Brock just trying to glove it behind the plate. Gets a little bit lackadaisical. Ball scoots away.
Maybe pass ball there. So Oklahoma, a couple of defensive issues. And they've been a good defensive team for the most part this year. They call that a pass ball that scores Wesley Jordan. And a payoff pitch coming to Bear Harrison. That's the 4th walk here in the first inning. Ninth batter coming to the plate here in the opening inning. Boston Kellner, the shortstop for Texas A&M. Just 1 hit, but an error and 4 walks. And a big crooked number up there for the Aggies. And plate umpire James Ainworth. He is joined out there by Eric Gaucher at first. Steve Mattingly is the second base umpire, and Jordan Farrell is down at third. The 0-1 to Kellner. That'll even things up. Kellner, just a freshman from Chandler, Arizona, has reached base safely in all 16 games. Nico Partita and Boston Kellner have been regulars as freshmen in this Texas A&M lineup. The 1-1 pitch, a little bit upstairs. Michael Early said these two freshmen are guys that you just kind of sweat the draft, and you know when they make it to school, they're going to be in the lineup.
Right now, absolutely. It's important for guys like that who've got ability to keep them in the lineup, give them confidence.
The 2-1, sliced foul, back to the back screen. The physicality is certainly not an issue for Kellner. 6 foot, 205, looks the part. And he tries to extend the Aggies' lead. Cameron Johnson tries to extinguish what's been a tough top of the first inning for the Sooners. Full count again. Fastball misses low.
Pitch count up to 36 for Cam Johnson. Aggies doing a nice job extending this first inning. Put the crooked up at number already. Just taking what they give them.
There's the payoff pitch. Fly ball down the right field line this time. Alec Blair is out there, a freshman having to battle the sun, and he makes the catch. But the Aggies get 4 on 1 hit, 4 walks, and an Oklahoma error. Sooners batting for the first time tonight when we come back to Norman. 4-0, Texas A&M on top. Welcome back into Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. Left-hander Shane Sadeo toes the rubber for Texas A&M here tonight, making his 5th start of the year. Wins that he's had this year against Tennessee Tech, Virginia Tech, and Oakland. Had a no decision against Penn, but pitched 7 solid innings in that one as well. Here's the lineup for Oklahoma tonight. Trey Gamble and Camden Johnson, then Brendan Brock, who had a pair of doubles in Oklahoma's midweek win over UTA. Back on Wednesday, he drove in 3 runs. Jackson Willits and Dayton LaChance with Drew Dickerson DHing. Freshman Alec Blair out of Lafayette, California, in the lineup and out in right field. And then a couple of the veterans, Kyle Branch and the speedy center fielder Jason Walk. Brendan Brock has been on a tear. 3 for 4 back on Wednesday. And here is Shane Sadeo. It's a guy that has battled back Tommy John surgery, got injured in the run to the World Series in 2024. Was in the Super Regional of 2 years ago for the Aggies, but he has battled back to be in the lineup. His 3rd year at Texas A&M with that redshirt year last year. He's just a pro-looking type of a left-handed guy here, Blake.
Right, veteran arm. Fastball's up to 94. Slider at 83. That's really a plus out pitch for him. You can spot it up on both sides of the plate. Change up mostly to righties.
And the Aggies shift from the get-go here against Trey Gamble. 3 infielders over on the first base side as Gamble swings away. Trey Gamble, the senior from Alpine, Utah, transferred from Salt Lake Community College. And he gets on base. 16 walks. That is 7th in the SEC. Rips this one, and he goes to the opposite field. Down the left field line it goes. Jake Dewar scampers over to it. Throws it back in, but not before Trey Gamble starts something for Oklahoma with a leadoff double in the first.
This is just a really good piece of hitting. It's a fastball away. Nice job staying short and quick to it to shoot it down the line. Trying to get something going for the Sooners in the bottom half of the first.
Shift on.
Beat it.
That's how you beat the shift. Take what the defense gives you. You know, that sounds like something you say in football and basketball, but it works here on the diamond too, right?
Works here. I kind of like the Tiger Woods fist pump at second base too.
This one popped foul out of play by Camden Johnson. That's double number 2 on the season for Trey Gamble and double 38 for Oklahoma as a club. Camden Johnson, the Wichita State transfer, climbs in. Goes after that pitch. Sweeping, breaking pitch And it's 0-2. Camden Johnson, an absolute menace if he reaches base. 16 of 17 in the stolen base department. Just a dynamic player. That's the one that comes up. You say his name, and that's the first word that rolls out of Skip Johnson's mouth, is dynamic for this guy. Camden Johnson had an inside-the-park home run earlier this year. Just really fits what Reggie Willits and Skip Johnson, this Oklahoma offense, want to do, doesn't he?
Right, separates balls from strikes. It's a really 1-2 punch with Gamble Johnson here at 1-2. Guy that can just really change the momentum of a game with one swing, one at bat.
A little upstairs from Sadeo. Johnson looks at that one upstairs. One thing the Aggies do extremely well as a staff is not walk people. They lead the country in fewest walks per 9 innings, 1.58 average, and a lot of strikes. They are second nationally in strikeouts to walks ratio, about 5.5 strikeouts for every walk issued. But in danger of a walk now is Sadeo. He's gone 3-2 on Camden Johnson.
Yeah, this is a spot where he does feel comfortable throwing that slider full count. It's a pitch that he knows he can spot up at any time. Got to be ready and willing to hit it.
Ripped, but right at the second baseman, Hakopian. And there's the first out in the first. A line drive off the bat of Camden Johnson. And Hakopian barely had to move.
That gets the slider, Chad. Hangs up a little bit. Good swing on it. Just a little bit of a top spinner right to Hakopian.
That brings in the Oklahoma catcher, Brendan Brock. And a first pitch strike in there to Brock, transferred from Southwest Illinois Community College, and leads Oklahoma with 4 homers and 21 runs driven in. Whips that fastball by him. Skip Johnson has said he doesn't know where Oklahoma would be without the 2 they brought in, Dayton LaChance and Brendan Brock behind the plate, replacing one of the best that Oklahoma's had in Easton Carmichael. In the air to left center field. Dewar is back. This ball is going to bang off the base of the wall. Gamble scores. Brock charges for third. He dives in with a triple, and Oklahoma is on the board. It's an RBI triple by the catcher, Brendan Brock, who continues his recent tear for Oklahoma at the plate.
This is just a great 2-strike approach. Elevated fastball, quick hands to it, gets it to the power alley. 22nd RBI in the year. And he shows off his wheels. Pretty athletic for a catcher.
Wait a minute. That's not fair to say about a catcher.
He's more athletic than me, I'll tell you that right now.
He's pretty athletic for a guy that size. That's a big fella motoring around the bases. And so Oklahoma's on the board with 1 here, and Jackson Willits, the switch hitter, batting right against the lefty Sadeo.
You're right. I should apologize to that. You know, it's kind of like the hockey goalie. You think they're just big, burly guys just trying to be a brick wall, but they can do the splits, right?
Be an athlete.
Right.
Jackson Willits is driven in 16. 1 home run for him. Pretty good little change up there, Blake.
Yeah, keeping the right-handers off balance with the changeup. Looks like a fastball coming out of the hand. Spots it up on the outside corner. Great pitch.
Jackson Willits drove in a run in each of Oklahoma's first 10 games of the year. Lifts this one out into center. Sorrell is there. Tagging at third is Brendan Brock. Catch is made, and that gets the job done for Oklahoma. They have scratched back with 2 runs after the Aggies got 4 in the top of the first. Jackson Willits drives in his 17th run of the year. Brendan Brock scores after his RBI triple.
It's a good at bat by Jackson Willits right there. Professional AB. Moves the hit spot out front. Runner at third base, less than 2 outs, just trying to elevate. Does it right there for his 17th RBI in the year.
And the bases are clear. 2 gone. And Dayton LaChance, riding a 9-game hitting streak, stands in. Big hack at that one.
Did you get to watch any BP today?
Yeah, I got here after Dayton LaChance put on his show, though, right?
Right. He was banging balls all over the scoreboard in left center field.
How far out there is that? I mean, you used to hit him out there. They'd get the tape measure out.
Oh, goodness. No way. So, I remember Bobby Witt doing the same thing when he came up for a couple little showcase appearances.
Okay, so 405 to straightaway center. As that one is hit foul.
550 maybe?
I'd say you're about right with a severe launch angle.
Maybe a stretch for 550. 500 maybe.
Okay, I'll go with you there. I bet his teammates would be glad to measure it for him if he'd hit one out there in a game.
He will take one, yeah.
0-2. Kind of a mini shift on for the Aggies. As that one misses a little bit outside. The second baseman, Hakopian, is nearly right behind the bag at second. Hovack is almost all by his lonesome over on the first base side. 1-2. This is well hit into left center field. Back goes Sorrell. This ball is off the top of the wall. LaChance heads to third. He's going to try for the second triple of the inning for Oklahoma. And he's safe. How about 2 catchers with triples in this inning for the Sooners?
Great swing here. Let's take another look. Another fastball elevated. Nice job. Thought I had a chance to get out of here. With that new fence in the outfield, you're going to get some caroms. Let's check it out. Going to hit off the top of the wall and go hard right. Giving the chance the opportunity to take third base.
So 2 triples in the inning. That is 8 on the season for the Sooners. And now Drew Dickerson, the DH, will get a chance. Shift is on the other way for the Aggies this time. And now the second baseman, Hakopian, moves a little closer to first base over there. Drew Dickerson, good when called upon for Oklahoma this year. 2 home runs, 12 runs driven in for him. And batting .333. And he's got a hit in 5 straight games. In fact, he's had a triple in each of his last 2 games, says Drew Dickerson. Good looking 1-1 breaking pitch. Man, this is the kind of game the fans can get into from the get-go, isn't it?
Right.
Both ways. It's like a packed house.
On a Friday night, lights are coming on.
1-2 just misses down in.
Dickerson, a guy with power to all fields. His 2 home runs have come to right field this year. Guy that has really proved himself as a guy that can stay in the lineup and produce for you.
2-2 is pulled foul for the Oklahoma dugout. You mentioned the stadium enhancements, improvements that are happening at Kimry Family Stadium. A lot of construction is going to go on once the regular season is over with, but you see the new outfield fence. It is clear out there, and they invite fans to come down, as they do quite a bit. Now the bullpens are out in the outfield. Previously, you had 1 in foul territory down the right field line and 1 down the left field line. You see the upgrades approved. They'll have a beautiful project number 2, the team and fan facilities, the new L. Dale Mitchell Plaza that you will have here at L. Dale Mitchell Park, formerly now Kimry Family Stadium, as Dickerson lifts a fly ball into right center. Sorrell is there, and the inning's over. But Oklahoma answers the 4th spot that A&M got in the top of the first. The Sooners get 2, and we got a 4-2 ball game headed to the 2nd. Everything off the field, the baseball part, never difficult for him. He was on the staff here 5 years, including that College World Series. And they've gotten off to a great start. Just the lone loss to top-ranked UCLA.
And we got to remember, this team was ranked number 1 going into the preseason last year. ended up having a disappointing one, but have gotten back on the right track.
We'll see if Cameron Johnson can get back on the right track. The first 2 pitches of this inning do not indicate that. He walked 4 in the first inning. And there's a fastball in there for a called strike. 43 pitches now. As Grahovac bats for the second time, he walked and scored. He scored on Hakopian's 2-run double. Cameron Johnson trying to flip the page on a tough first inning. And a full count. Aggies 8th nationally in batting average coming in, and that's without Hakopian and Jordan for a good deal of the season. Went after that one and couldn't quite catch up. A tailing fastball. That is the first strikeout of the night for Cameron Johnson.
Yeah, this has been the miss all day long. Gets to a full count. The fastball that runs away from Grahovac. Great pitch.
Here's Caden Sorrell. He walked and also scored in the first inning. 407, 8 home runs. Oklahoma shifting against him. 3 infielders over on the first base side. And the fastball misses low. Sorrell bouncing ball right into the shift. That's the shortstop. Willits picking it up. 2 gone. How do you write down in your scorebook, and for people who keep scorebooks at home, when the shortstop, that's position at number 6, fields really at second base, which is the number 4 spot on the infield?
Well, I'm going to call myself out. I wrote it down as a 4-3 and then had to erase it and put it in 6.
Yeah, it's the shifts have made a disaster of many scorebooks.
Mine looks like chicken scratch, so I wouldn't give any advice to any scorekeepers out there.
Mine too. Hakopian swings at the first pitch. He had that big RBI double in the first inning to get the scoring started. The 0-1. Hakopian had the 2 seasons at Maryland before coming to College Station this year. He was on the Big Ten All-Freshman team 2 years ago, and then second team All-Conference for the Terrapins last year. 2-1 the count to him. Aggies batted 9 in the first, so they go right back to the top of the order here, but Cameron Johnson has retired the first 2. Off-speed pitch.
Cam Johnson's done a nice job. Your offense goes out, cuts the lead in half, where you get 2 quick outs.
Back with a 3-1. Big swing there from Hakopian. His first game since February 27th. You would imagine the Aggies are a little, every time he takes a big whack like that, just making sure that that back stays good.
Powerful dude, man.
6'2", about 215 pounds. Cameron Johnson missed outside. So it's a 2-out walk. Cameron Johnson has now issued 5 walks. And most critically for Skip Johnson and the Sooners as well, he's thrown 56 pitches now. 9th year as head coach of the Sooners, as Skip Johnson was pitching coach prior to that. Made it all the way to the championship game in Omaha in 2022 before falling to Ole Miss in a couple of games. The Sooners, just incredible what they do with their pitching. It honestly is. 3 of the last 6 years, they've lost their entire weekend rotation, including this past year. when Kyson Witherspoon was drafted first round by the Red Sox, his brother Malachi second round by the Tigers, and Cade Crossland, who was their regular third game starter, he was a fourth round pick of the Cardinals. But it helps when you've got talented guys like this one on the mound just waiting to move in. Certainly the most struggles, though, that Cameron Johnson has had this season. Wesley Jordan walked back in the first. Flinches on that fastball just a bit. Four home runs and a .474 batting average for the cleanup man. Oh, that was close. And the fans in the lighter shade of red are letting the plate umpire, James Ainsworth, know. 3 balls and a strike to Wesley Jordan. His first game since February the 21st.
And the zone may seem a little bit tight, but you've got to establish it, right? You got to give Ainsworth something behind the plate to get used to. You got to be in the zone to get the calls.
3-1 is whacked foul by Jordan. We mentioned spent time at Baylor the last 2 seasons. Prior to that, he was at Navarro Junior College, 2022 and 2023. Skip Johnson was a long-time head coach there at Navarro. Went to Texas with Augie Garrido, and now here in Norman. Tried to get him that time, pulled a string on him, and Wesley Jordan was up to it, fouling that one off.
Yeah, good changeup with a full count.
Looked like Akopian was on the move from first on that pitch also, but with a 3-2 count and 2 down, he's going to get that head start. And there's ball 4. Second time that Jordan has walked, and Akopian will move to second. 6 walks now for Cameron Johnson so far. And Jake Dewar will be the batter. Dewar hit that chopper to third, and Camden Johnson threw the ball wide of home plate in the first inning. The Aggies got 2 runs on the play. Chance to separate again here for Texas A&M. Cameron Johnson peppers a fastball at 94 right through there.
Just struggling to find a rhythm. Every once in a while he'll get on time with a fastball, but the miss has been on the arm side. The action is late.
There now is activity in the Oklahoma pen. There's a good 0-1 fastball. I mean, it comes out easy for Cameron Johnson. 94, 95, 96.
He's a big dude, right? So when he strides, he's halfway to the plate.
6'6", 255. His 0-2, strike 3 call. So 2 strikeouts in the inning, also 2 walks, and 2 left by the Aggies. 4-2, Texas A&M leads this SEC Conference opener in Norman. A&M 13-8, and then eliminated Texas A&M 5-1. This is the first time that these teams have met since then. They did not meet in Oklahoma's first foray into the SEC a season ago. And the first venture to Norman for the Aggies since 2011. Freshman Alec Blair up for the first time, lefty-lefty against Sadeo. Such a good rivalry over the years. Already tonight, they're getting into it. It's just like old times,
yeah.
You know? And what a great matchup it's been. It's tied. This is matchup number 69, and it's all even, 34 apiece. Blair takes 2 balls and a strike to him. Alec Blair, also a basketball player, but elected early during the basketball season to just focus on baseball. More regularly in the lineup, and this is what it looks like right here. You're talking about 6'4", long, lean athlete is Blair. 6'6", about 200 pounds. Had a double and a triple against Santa Clara Sunday. Series finale of that one. Here's the 2-2 kind of in on him, and he bounces it past the shift. That's the second time the Sooners have done that tonight. Up with it comes Dewar in left field, and Blair gets held to a leadoff single in the second.
Good hitters get hits, Chad, and sometimes they look like that. Whole defense on the right side of the infield, just a little 12 hopper, 1, 2, 3, yep, 12 hoppers through the infield.
So explain it to me, Blake. You shift to the right, you kind of pitch inside, expecting that he'll pull it, and instead you jam it, right?
Sometimes it works out like that, right?
Yeah, it does.
You feel like you got everything right. Feel like he's a pull guy in a 2-strike count. You get this defense set up, and he goes the opposite way.
Here's Kyle Branch taking a strike. Kyle Branch playing second base again for Oklahoma tonight. Had a double in the midweek against UT Arlington. Sophomore, started every game as a true freshman last year out of Lucas, Texas. Lovejoy. Got to play against his brother last year when Oklahoma went to Georgia. Kyle Branch been a Sooner fan all his life. There are many of those who grow up south of the Red River but are Oklahoma fans.
Yeah, it's never really made sense to me.
Did you have teammates that were that way?
Yeah, I had a couple. Kyler was that way, but he had family ties, right? There was a couple that way, and it just never made sense to me. All those big schools around there, A&M being one of them, College Station.
1-1 pitch lifted into shallow right field. The second baseman, Hakopian, is out, and he will make the catch. Speaking of, you said the name Kyler, former Aggie and Sooner, first-round pick baseball as a Sooner, top overall pick as a quarterback playing Sooner, and now a Minnesota Viking as of yesterday, we hear.
Happy for him, man.
Yeah.
Dynamic player, really good guy, goes about his business.
You know, somebody said the other day, they were talking about the speed that Oklahoma has with all the stolen bases, and somebody said, who's the fastest guy to play in, Norman? I think Todd Butler, who's Oklahoma's recruiting guru, basically. He has the single-season stolen record, and people were throwing out names, and then somebody went, oh, yeah, a guy named Kyler played at Oklahoma. This guy can run, too. Jason Walk. The Walk takes a little bit upstairs. Been scuffling a little bit, but perhaps the midweek game the Sooners played against UTA, he had a double, stole 3 bases, scored 3 runs.
Stole home, too, right?
That he did. The 2-0 whacked foul over the top of the back screen. This is a full house. I mean, I would go as far to say that it's standing room only up on the concourse. That just gets you closer to the critical nutritional needs that you may have at the ballpark.
Absolutely. Not getting that on the berm, but you're getting a good view out there, right? Plenty of people out there, too, supplying their own nutrition.
Jason Walk dumps one over into what used to be the visitors' bullpen. That's another element with the bullpens now in play and the fans right there. Now, they're separated by just like a chain link fence, the fans and the guys out in the bullpen. And you can talk to the corner outfielders. Throw over that chases Alec Blair back in. Oklahoma 56 stolen bases as a ball club. See, there you go. Like if you're those fans sitting right there, guys get up in the bullpen. You know, the bullpen guys can talk to the right fielder and left fielder for the opposition. Here's a 2-2 for Walk. Bouncing ball, the second baseman, Hakopian, flipping it to the shortstop, Kellner. And the Aggies roll over their 8th double play of the year to get out of the inning. A leadoff single, but that gets erased on the inning-ending double play. Jason Walk bounces into it. And we go to the top of the 3rd with Texas A&M leading at 4-2. This season, it was Johnny Holstaff in the midweek for Skip Johnson and the Sooners, as it has frequently been. And Cameron Johnson, we'll see how long he is allowed to go here. Pitch counts getting up on the left-hander. It's at 66. Nico Partita is in. And that one is in there for a called strike. Partita hit that comebacker that Cameron Johnson deflected. He got a good piece of him. He threw a couple of little warm-up tosses and decided to stay in the game. You see Oklahoma overall, 296 earned run average. That's called a strike.
Neither team really happy with the strike zone tonight. Something you just got to deal with, man. You got to understand it, where it's at. Figure it out on both sides.
1-2 to Partita. I challenge you, Blake Brewster, to find me the last game where both fan bases were enamored with the plate umpire. Not his fault, right? He's just doing his job.
Just trying to do a good job back there, man. Got to get a rapport with him. Shake his hand. How's the family?
Did that work for you?
No.
Never?
Never. They'll punch me out every time, man. Thank you, sir, as I walk back to the dugout.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
My regards to the wife and kids. 3-2 to Nico Partita. Freshman out of Manville, Texas. Leads this team with 21 runs scored. And he shoots this one toward left field. Maybe a little bit of a late break there for Trey Gamble, but he's able to come in and squeeze it.
Yeah, it's a topspin line drive. Tough to read off the bat. Looks like it's drilled. Good job by Gamble coming in, breaking hard to make the play.
Gamble solid out in left field for Oklahoma this year. Cameron Johnson will deal to Terrence Keel. Keel hit a hard hit ground ball to the first baseman Dayton LaChance for an out, his first time. Michael Early said he's just gotten a lot stronger. So some of those soft line drives are now hard hit balls like we saw in the first inning off his bat. 2 balls and no strikes. And now 3-0. Walks have been the big issue for the big left-hander. He's issued 6 with 2 strikeouts. And there's a 4-pitch walk with 1 down in the third. And Skip Johnson's going to the bullpen. Not what he wanted or even expected from Cameron Johnson tonight, as he has to lift his starting pitcher in the 3rd inning. But a very good bullpen full of talented young arms, including freshman Xander Mercurius. His brother will start tomorrow. That's LJ for the Sooners. But it's Xander's game coming in from the pen in the 3rd. 4-2 Aggies on top. Freshman right-hander out of Las Vegas, Xander Mercurius, is on with 1 away in the 3rd, and walks just the problem for Cameron Johnson tonight. Blake, he has an early exit in his SEC opener this season.
Yeah, didn't really have his best stuff. Just the release point was late. Every fastball seemed like it was to his arm side. Just couldn't find the zone, and that made it tough. Right? Sometimes you don't have your best stuff. You got to come out and find a way to win. It feels like he was trying to do that, but he's got to put this past him, man. I think he's been gone too far from what he was last season. He's made so many adjustments. He's got to find a way to put it past him.
Cameron Johnson issued more walks in this game than he had his previous 4 starts combined. Only gave 1 hit, as you see, and only 2 of the runs are earned because of the throwing error at 3rd base in the 1st inning. But as you said, he's got to wipe it. This is only the SEC opener, and Skip Johnson and the Sooners will need him this season. So Xander Mercurius faces Bear Harrison and starts him with a little flip over to first base. The thing about Oklahoma's bullpen, Skip Johnson has said this. He has said, looks like maybe there's some problem with the telecom. Need a new flip phone.
Give him the Nokia.
That's the old analog.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. That's digital right there.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Well played. 2.45 ERA. Only 3 2/3 innings for Xander Mercurius. But this is one of those guys. Skip Johnson has said there may be as much talent on this staff as he's had. It's just a little inexperienced in certain spots. And this guy right here has it. He's just very young.
Right, just trying to find the roles, right? This is going to be his 5th appearance, 2.45 ERA on the year, 3 strikeouts. A guy that has the ability, big moment here in the SEC opener.
Bear Harrison walked his first time up. Fastball touches 96, but also misses. Keel has good speed over there at first base, but not going anywhere as a strike comes through to Bear Harrison. Bear Harrison, .519 on base percentage that went up when he walked in the first inning. That on base percentage leads the Aggies. Keel is 6 out of 7 in the stolen base department. Aggies have stolen 22. Pretty good sized lead. But Keel gets back easily. Terrence Keel's dad, Terrence Sr., played football for the Aggies and then had a lengthy NFL career. Xander Mercurius, 2-1. Hit pretty well to left. Gamble can't reach it. It's going to bounce off the warning track and then the wall. Picked up by the center fielder walk. But Keel is going to score easily from first base on the second double of the ball game for the Aggies. This one by Bear Harrison gives Texas A&M a 5-2 lead in the third.
It's a fastball at 96, elevated right at the belt. Bear Harrison doing a nice job turning it around. Got it timed up. Keel doing a nice job scoring from first on that. Elite speed on the base paths.
So Keel easily scores. It's his 21st run for Bear Harrison. That is double number 5 and RBI number 5 as well. There's Boston Kellner. He hit a fly ball to the Oklahoma right fielder Alec Blair his first time. The 0-1 over the inner half for a strike. Over but low, and a 1-2 count. The Oklahoma fans not getting any happier with the strike zone.
It's a good pitch there. Fastball at 96, low and away. Trying to expand the zone, get a chase. Sets up anything right here with a runner in scoring position. Less than 2 outs.
There's a strike. 2 down in the inning, and the first strikeout of the night for Xander Mercurius.
Yeah, he set that fastball up with a slider, dots it on the corner. It's a big pitch by the freshman.
So the leadoff man, Gavin Grahovac, is going to bat for the 3rd time in 3 innings. He walked and scored in the first and then struck out in the second. First time, obviously, that he has seen Xander Mercurius. (5-2) Aggies on 2 hits and 7 walks. An Oklahoma error that allowed a pair to score. 1-0 for Grahovac. And now 3-0 the count. Strike over the inside corner. That'll make it 3-1. Mentioned earlier that Gavin Grahovac only played 6 games a season ago. It's his 3rd year at A&M. Came in 24 home runs in 2024 on that College World Series team, and then injured his shoulder 6 games in last year and was shut down for the year. He hits a bouncing ball to first, and LeChance will flip it to the pitcher Mercurius for the final out. Solid job by Xander Mercurius out of the Oklahoma bullpen, but Texas A&M gets one more, and they lead 5-2, headed to the last of the 3rd. Just a gorgeous night at Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. Welcome back alongside Blake Brewster. I'm Chad McKee. Aggies with a 5-2 lead in this series opener and conference opener. They've taken advantage of 7 Oklahoma walks and 1 Sooner error. Oklahoma was able to scratch out a couple in the first off Shane Sadeo, and he got a double play in the second. So it's back to the top of the order for the Sooners, and Trey Gamble, who beat the shift with a double down the third baseline his first time, and the Aggies employed the shift again for this at bat. So if he beats the shift again, do you pull the shift off next time?
No, you just keep riding that bike, baby.
Okay. The analytics.
And then when he grounds into it one time, you're like, yep, told you it worked.
Had it all the way.
Spray charts, baby, spray charts.
Gamble batting .359, 3 homers, 14 runs driven in. And he scored one of the 2 Oklahoma runs in the first. Big whack at that one. Teammates call him Unk. 24 years old is Trey Gamble. Just steady and consistent. Two balls and 2 strikes to Trey Gamble. And there's strike 3 called. Just a fastball there.
Good job by Sadeo coming back in that count from down 2-0. Spots up a fastball on the black. Putting on a pitching gem at this point. Just locating left and right in any pitch, any count.
Here's Camden Johnson, the Sooner third baseman. Lined out to the second baseman, Hakopian, his first time. A little different looking windup from Sadeo. Doesn't stretch his arms way over the top of his head. It's kind of a low wind and stretch set position, if you will.
Yeah, pretty quick to it, right? Wouldn't call it herky-jerky, but it's a wide step. Almost past the pitching rubber on the third base side.
This one is swatted foul and out of play by Camden Johnson. Camden Johnson, last year at Wichita State, batted .325 with 75 hits. Oklahoma got him out of the transfer portal, and he's been an immediate fit. 16 stolen bases. Count will stay at 1-2 on him.
It's a good pitch right there. Fastball, variable count 1-1. Comes in with the fastball, just establishing the inside part of the plate. Look for him to go slider away here to get him out.
Comes up and in on him. And a foul ball off the bat handle. So it'll stay right here. The Aggies were kind of looking down at third base umpire Steve Mattingly, or beg your pardon, Jordan Farrell, as though they wanted to get him to appeal, see if he went around. Certainly didn't look like it. Base hit. Johnson will take a big turn. He's going to try for two, slide in there, and he is safe with a hustling double. We told you he's a menace when he gets on base. That's indicative of the type of speed that Camden Johnson has.
Yeah, just hustling hard, right? Does a good job at the plate. Slider. Doesn't do too much with it. Keeps the front hip in. It's a really good job reading the center fielder, Caden Sorrell. Being a little bit lazy out there in the 8 position, taking the second bag.
Helmet comes off, head first slide, and trying to get something started for the Sooners. Here's Brendan Brock, who tripled. That drove in Trey Gamble back in the first, and then he scored.
Those are the kind of plays, Chad, the Sooners are going to need to get back in this game. You got a 3-run deficit, still a lot of baseball to play. But you got to play the fundamentals, the intangibles, people like to call them.
Oklahoma has out-hit Texas A&M 5-2, the same count by which the Aggies have outscored the Sooners. Brendan Brock tripled and then scored on Jackson Willits' sacrifice fly. Sadeo bluffs Camden Johnson back in at second. Breaking pitch stays up high. Sadeo has not issued a walk.
It's the count the Aggies have really excelled in tonight. Get into advantage counts. See Brendan Brock get into a 3-1 count here.
There's the first walk issued by Sadeo. And Oklahoma will bring the potential tying run to the plate here in the third. As we said, walks have been a rarity for this pitching staff. They lead the country in fewest walks per 9 innings. And that is one for Sadeo. Here's Jackson Willits. Drove in the second Sooner run with a sacrifice fly to center field, or to left field, I should say. We'll have a little conversation here. Jason Kelly, associate head coach, pitching coach for the Aggies.
This has got to be strategy conversation. You got speed on the base pass with an RBI guy and Jackson Willits at the plate. Just trying to get this right.
Opening night all around the SEC tonight. We'll keep you updated with some of the scores. Yeah, Tennessee and Georgia, top 25 matchup. Alabama, Kentucky. Maybe the marquee series is third-ranked Mississippi State at fifth-ranked Arkansas. The SEC with 6 of the top 9 ranked teams by D1 baseball this week and 11 in the top 25. Kind of hard to slice up a schedule and say you've got an easy schedule in this league.
With 10 teams in the top 25, right?
11. Willits takes a strike here.
Yeah, you got to come in, week out, and be ready to play.
Oklahoma's next 2 weekends at LSU, at Texas. So you got 3 straight top 20 series right out of the gate. As the 0-1 pitch is in there for a called strike 2 to Willits.
Yeah, last year Missouri was the team to kind of beat up on. They're having a good year as well. It's a gauntlet.
Yeah, Missouri is off to a fast 15-2 start. They're one of the teams, 4 of them at 15-2, along with the Sooners. 0-2 to Willits. Base hit through the right side. Here comes Camden Johnson. The throw will be cut off and then sent to third, where Brendan Brock dives in safely. RBI base hit with 2 strikes for Jackson Willits. And Oklahoma gets back within 2. It's 5-3.
It's another good two-strike approach right there. You'll see him get a fastball away, elevated, shoots it through the 4-hole. Professional at bat by Jackson Willits. Camden Johnson with enough speed to score that run, cut the lead to 2.
Well, that's the word you use for Jackson Willits. Certainly the one that Skip Johnson and the staff use to describe Jackson Willits. Just approaches it like a pro, as his younger brother Eli is nowadays. He's in spring training with the Nationals after being the top overall pick. Jackson Willits has driven in 2 of the 3 Oklahoma runs, and here's Dayton LaChance now with a 10-game hitting streak after he tripled back in the first.
Good changeup right there by Sadeo. On the black, where LaChance can't get extended. Gets a rollover, even the count up to 1-1.
6 hits now for Oklahoma. Driven to deep left field. He turns on this ball, and they will look and say it is a foul ball. Is that over the scoreboard kind of pop you were talking about in batting practice?
That thing was beat.
That it was. Dayton LaChance was a junior college All-American at McLennan Community College. That was a season ago. He hit 21 home runs and drove in 104. Has not hit a home run as an Oklahoma Sooner yet. This is game number 18. Base hit into right center field. This one goes. Brendan Brock scores. Willits is headed for third. He slides in safely. Dayton LaChance is 2 for 2, and Oklahoma has made it a 1-run game on the base hit by their first baseman.
Sooners just manufacturing runs. Another 2-strike kid. Look at this. Kids, watch this on repeat. Pulls a homer foul. Stays in the zone, uses the middle of the field. Change up away, doesn't do too much with it.
So Dayton LaChance has now driven in 21 runs for Oklahoma this year, and the Sooners have the tying run at third base with only 1 out. Time going to be called here by the catcher, Bear Harrison, to visit and try to settle down Shane Sadeo. Texas A&M got 4 runs in the first. Oklahoma scratched back with 2 in the bottom half of that inning. Bear Harrison's RBI double gave the Aggies a 5-2 lead in the top half of this inning. But the Sooners have gotten 2 more. 9 runs on the board, and we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sit tight.
Typical Friday night?
In the SEC, yes, sometimes it can be. Drew Dickerson flied out to the center fielder, Caden Sorrell, his first time.
Sadeo coming back with a fastball, establishing the outside part of the zone. Strike 1.
Oklahoma's knocked him around more than anybody this year. That's the 7th hit he's given up already. 1-1 the count. 5th start of the year for Sadeo. And there's strike 2. Another fastball there. Double by Camden Johnson. Walk to Brock. And then back-to-back RBI singles by Willits and LaChance to get Oklahoma within a run. As Dickerson fouls that back. And you don't want to make so much of just one play, but the hustling double by Camden Johnson with 1 out in this inning. Guys in your dugout, they feed off that.
Yeah, it's a momentum changer, right? Get the juice up. It's kind of like a fight in hockey. Get the guys going a little bit. You ever seen a goalie fight?
Yeah. Interesting analogy. This one is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. No, I get what you're saying. Lead run aboard for the Sooners, and the toss goes over there to first base. Just set the tone for SEC play with a good old-fashioned 5-hour back-and-forth, one-run game in extra innings right out of the chute. How about that?
Nail-biter. Who's going to take the last lead?
Big hack there by Dickerson, but he comes up empty. And that's a big strikeout for Sadeo.
Yeah, that's what you get out of a veteran guy. Stay with the fastball the whole way through on that at-bat. Elevates. Gets Drew Dickerson to swing underneath that ball.
2 strikeouts in the inning are the first 2 of the night for Sadeo. And he tries to finish it against freshman Alec Blair, who also beat the shift his first time up. And he slices this one into the foul corner. Long journey and crashing into the wall is Jake Dewar. That one lands foul and out of play. .69 pitches now for Sadeo here in the third. So it's not looking much like either starter is going to go the distance here tonight. Cameron Johnson lifted in the third for Oklahoma, and Sadeo getting his pitch count up. Into the shift, right at the second baseman, Hakopian, and the inning is over. But Oklahoma gets 2 more on 3 more hits. 5-4, Aggies on top, headed to the top of the 4th. Your 3-inning totals for the visiting Aggies: 5 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 5 men left. And for the homestanding Sooners, it is 4 runs on 7 hits. They've had the game's only error, and it was a costly one. And 3 men left on the base paths for the Sooners tonight. Xander Mercurius back out. He got the final 2 outs in relief of Cameron Johnson in the Sooner third. Caden Sorrell is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Oklahoma shifts against him again. His last time up, he hit one to the shortstop, Jackson Willits, who is over there where your second baseman would typically play. Pulled the string on him there, 1-2. And got him. 97 on the fastball.
It's a live arm out of a small frame. 5'10", 185. Elevates the fastball. A little bit of energy coming from Xander Mercurius. Big strikeout for the freshman.
Like Pedro Martinez.
Oh, yeah. 2000 All-Star game.
1 down, and Hakopian will be the batter. He has reached safely twice. Takes a strike from Xander Mercurius. Hakopian making a return tonight. First game since February the 27th. 4th game overall, and he has produced. Doubled home run and then scored in the first, and then he walked in the second. Rips this one past the diving shortstop, Jackson Willits. 2 hits for Hakopian. 3rd hit for the Aggies tonight. 2 of them from Chris Hakopian.
Just a pure hitter. That's a great look. On time with the leg kick, down at foot strike with the pitcher, just in poetry in motion. Really great swing.
Wesley Jordan, 2 walks tonight and a run scored. Also coming back from injury, as we talked about. Sidelined with a groin injury. This one slashed down the right field line and foul, and it's 0-2 on Wesley Jordan. .474 batting average would lead this team, and a .655 on base percentage. not chasing that offering from Xander Mercurius, the Nevada Class 4A Player of the Year last year. Top 100 recruit.
Just a calm presence in the box. Not a whole lot of movement, repeatable. Saw that from Hakopian in the last at bat as well. Just up and down the lineup. These Aggies have just really good approaches through the middle. Just trying to be on time.
Strike 3 called. Second strikeout of the inning for Xander Mercurius, and the third since he came on in relief.
Yeah, this is a really good pitch. Slider, down and away, dotted.
Don't think he appreciated that. Here's Jake Dewar. 0 for 2, has reached on an error and struck out tonight. Got SEC softball going on. We can see the lights of Love's Field, and Oklahoma and Auburn opening up their weekend series over there. College campuses are so much fun this time of the year. Not that they're not fun other times, but if you can't find something to do and you're a fan of athletics, then you need to open your eyes.
Yeah, the overlap is great. You got gymnastics going on a little bit. You got basketball, softball, baseball, tennis, anything you want, man. Golf's starting up soon. Get out and watch.
2 down, the 0-1 pitch coming here to Dewar. In fact, these two teams, men's basketball teams, faced off last night. Second round of the SEC tournament. Oklahoma with a 20-point win. Porter Moser's Sooners are rolling. In fact, here in about, 25 minutes, they're going to take on the Razorbacks in the quarterfinals. Strike 2 called.
Yeah, every win matters in the SEC tournament, right? Sooners on the first 4 out in that list. Got to just try to keep stacking up wins. Put your faith in the committee.
Couple of throws over there. Hakopian not showing much sign that he's going anywhere. He has not attempted a stolen base this year. Xander Mercurius. And 1-2 now. Jake Dewar, Michael Early said, the kind of guy that they wanted to get out of the portal. Been at Florida Atlantic a season ago, but got injured last March. In fact, it was about a year ago when he got hurt there at Florida Atlantic and was out for the year. So maybe a little under the radar in the portal after he spent a couple of years at TCU, but with limited playing time. Xander Mercurius readies the 1-2 for Dewar. Went after that one, swung on and missed. Strike 3. And so Xander Mercurius strikes out the side. All 4 of the outs he has recorded, Blake Brewster, have been via the strikeout.
Yeah, fastballs up, sliders down, whatever you want. Xander Mercurius not afraid of the moment tonight. SEC opener. Get another look at it. Slider down, getting the chase. Freshman going off. Come on.
5-4 Aggies on top of the Sooners in the SEC opener and the series opener here in Norman. Here's a little game summary. Aggies have stranded 5. They got 7 walks issued to them and have played to the 5 runs. Sooners, though, have scratched back Oklahoma 7 runs to pick up 4 hits. Oklahoma starter Cameron Johnson left in the 3rd, but Xander Mercurius has been good replacing him. Kyle Branch to lead off for Oklahoma here. Shoots one toward the center fielder, Sorrell, who ranges over for the first out.
It's a good swing right there by Branch. Zato's not mixing too many barrels tonight, just trying to work with what he's got. Trying to find outs, bridge the gap to the bullpen.
Here's Jason Walk. Hit into a double play his first time up. Showing bunt here. You like that idea from Jason Walk?
Love it. Guy's got tremendous speed. Can really turn a game around on the base paths. Really good defender. He gets going. He can be a real threat to anybody he's up against.
2-0. He's taking a fastball there. Jason Walk last year batted .267, 9 home runs, 13 doubles, and 18 stolen bases. Batted .281 as a freshman 2 years ago. Bounces this one off the glove on the backhand by Partita, but he gets up and throws him out. 2 gone. Back to the top of the Oklahoma lineup for Trey Gamble. It's 4 straight retired by Sadeo since Oklahoma broke through in that 3rd inning. Gamble held up, but still got rung up. He's 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the first, and then struck out looking in the 3rd. Up and in. Did it clip him on the batting cap? Did not. And he and plate umpire James Ainsworth having a little conversation there. Could hear a sound, but I believe it was the glove of Bear Harrison.
He's mouthing that at God. Let's get another look. Yeah, you see the clear deflection.
Yeah, I mean, almost by Sadeo's reaction. Did you see Sadeo's reaction?
I didn't.
So they're going to talk about it. It can be a crew-initiated review. And Oklahoma is going to challenge.
I don't think this will be a long one at all. Take another look at the replay here. Sadeo coming up and in. Clear deflection off the brim of the helmet. You're right. Sadeo's reaction just the same as Gamble's.
Now, he could have been reacting that way, just missing with the pitch, but pretty dejected. There's our Hawkeye view.
Get a good slow motion picture of this one. I think we got a deflection. You can kind of see the helmet move. It's hard to tell if he's turning his head or that the ball's making that.
It is a hit by pitch. You get 2 challenges. The centralized review that we have in the SEC now, operating from the SEC Video Center. Man, that expedites things. Thank you for that in the SEC. Being able to look at it in a central location so the umpires don't have to jog off and jog back in and have a look at it. Just a really efficient system. So Trey Gamble is at first base with 2 down. And Camden Johnson hit a double into center field. It looked like it was just going to be kind of a routine base hit, but he went hard out of the box, got 2 out of it, and helped spark the 2-run rally for the Sooners. Pretty close play over there at first. That was a good move by Sadeo. But Gamble's back in.
Yeah, he's been using that step-off move to first base all night. Haven't seen a traditional pickoff, but it's been effective. Just trying to steal an out.
Camden Johnson takes fastball for a strike. roped out into left center field. Camden Johnson has his second hit. Station-to-station baseball as Gamble stops at second. And the red-hot Brendan Brock will get a chance.
Seeing the lefty well, Camden Johnson. Nice job keeping the hands in, hip in. Shoots this over the shortstop's head for the 2-out single.
Brendan Brock tripled his first time up back in the first and scored a run. Then he walked and scored in the third. And we got timeout called here. Aggies want to discuss it. What is your review of the anthracite gray uniforms for the first time for Texas A&M?
That's a really good look.
We'll have a pitching change here, so that'll do it for Sadeo. Knocked around and threw 84 pitches. He will leave with the lead, but he's also got a couple of guys on base that are his responsibility. Cannot be the winner, but he could be the loser if a couple of runs scored here. As Texas A&M goes to the bullpen for the first time tonight for Ethan Darden. I'll tell you about him when we come back to Norman. To the bullpen goes Michael Early for the Aggies, and he will turn to another left-hander. It is Ethan Darden. So each starting pitcher tonight, by their standards, roughed up a little bit. And Cameron Johnson of Oklahoma left in the third. Shane Sadeo leaves in the fourth and gives way to this veteran presence from Rock Hill, South Carolina in the Texas A&M lineup.
Yeah, 2-0 record, 2.16 ERA, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, and just 1 walk.
Just one of those guys you can throw into so many situations, and he's got one here. The potential tying run in scoring position, the go-ahead run at first for Oklahoma. 1-0 to Brendan Brock. Batting .362, leads Oklahoma with 4 home runs. And he hacks at that high fastball.
Going to see more of the same makeup from Ethan Darden that we saw from Sadeo. Fastball's up to 92, slider at 80-83, mixes in a changeup to right. He's got an elite move to first base.
1-1 is fouled back. We talk about these Oklahoma catchers and Skip Johnson saying, I don't know where we would be without these two guys. And their versatility, Blake, that's the other thing about it. You bring in 2 catchers, and all they can do is catch or DH, but they can both play first base and that allows you to leave their bat in the lineup.
Right, Brock can even play in the outfield as well. He's got to start out there this year.
Mm-hmm. That one is low and in. So we told you LaChance hit 21 home runs. He was the second team JUCO All-American catcher last year. And Brock was first team. He hit 20 homers and drove in 75.
Pretty good job by recruiting, be able to get the 1 and 2 catcher out of the JUCO realm.
Not bad at all. 2-2 pitches rolled foul. Now, Dayton LaChance played at McLennan Community College, where Skip Johnson's son, Tyler, was formerly the head coach. He's now on assistant at Dallas Baptist.
Got to see him come into town a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. As Skip said, hey, there's no blood when there's opposition in the other dugout. But it was good that he's able to get to town and play against Dad, or at least coach his team against Dad, as this one is hit foul and out of play by Brendan Brock.
Yeah, when you cross the line, man, it's win to win, man. Dog eat dog. We'll see you at Christmas.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Brendan Brock. Has one of 2 Oklahoma triples tonight. Pretty good pitch, but it misses a little down and in, and the count is full. And I think we got the catcher, Harrison, looked almost like he was signaling for somebody to shift.
Now he's telling him to throw across. Full count, runner's going to be moving, just making you through your outs at first base.
3-2 pitches pulled, foul, look out. Russell Raley, the Oklahoma third base coach.
Competitive at bat here by Brock. Extending the pitch count and Darden, just trying to get deeper into that bullpen. Give your team a chance to score a run here, tie it up.
Full count. Runners will be moving. And the go-ahead run is at first. Fly ball into shallow right. Keel races over, sprawls out, and hangs on. Inning over. Terrence Keel showing you his skills in right field to keep it where it is. It is 5-4 Aggies in a good one as we move to the 5th inning.
On the year, there's no breaks week in and week out.
Second season. Michael Early in College Station, and he has put it back together. Told us that there are no first-time decisions. You know what you're doing. Said even on video conference calls with media members, hey, I've heard these questions before. This one is whacked foul out of play by Nico Partita.
It's tough to come in and exude confidence when it's your first time doing something, too. You got 18, 19, 20-year-old kids trying to figure out how to play this game at the right way. Early doing a nice job kind of easing himself into it. He's got this team back on the right track.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. He was the hitting coach for 3 years prior, including on that College World Series team in 2024. Partita, 4 home runs. He's got some pop in the number 6 spot in the lineup. So far tonight, he has hit one back to the pitcher and lined out to the left fielder, Trey Campbell. I'm curious about where that pitch was.
And the zone's been tight all night. Not getting a ball either way. It's kind of a true zone.
Two. A little bit outside. So a full count. The freshman remains calm. What a great job he's done coming in. The first 4 outs that he's recorded have been strikeouts in this game. He's given up a double and a base hit. 3-2. Breezes that one back to the back screen. That is the first walk issued by Mercurius, and the 8th by Sooner pitching tonight. Partita reaches for the first time in this game, and Skip Johnson is back out of the Oklahoma dugout. Bullpen is hot, and we're going to have a pitching change. But I think all in all, he would take what he got from the freshman right-hander tonight. What do you think, Blake?
Yeah, I think that pitch count just got a little bit up. He's at 35 pitches right now. Don't want to extend him out. You just pat him on the back, hand the ball off to the bullpen.
So Xander Mercurius is able to get Oklahoma through an inning and 2/3. He will leave with Partita as his responsibility. And Skip Johnson will turn to lefty Gavin Jones when we come back to Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. Oklahoma starter Cameron Johnson lasted only 2 1/3 innings. Much needed outing here for freshman Xander Mercurius.
Yeah, did a good job. Inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks. Kind of did whatever he wanted. The fastball slider were on. Moment wasn't too big for him. It's a confidence-building outing by the freshman.
Gives up the 2 hits and the walk to Partita, and Partita is at first base. And we see the 3rd arm out of Skip Johnson's bullpen tonight. The junior from White Oak, Texas, Gavin Jones, came from McLennan Community College prior to last season. And he will face Terrence Keel II, who walked and scored his last time up. He's also grounded out to first base tonight. Chopper over the glove of Jones. Well played by Branch. Leaps, fires, and it's a double play. Nicely done by Kyle Branch. Shows off his range and athleticism with the leaping double play.
Yeah, you can't get rid of the defense. Kyle Branch ranging to his left. Little Jeter, come on, for out number 2.
And so for Oklahoma's defense, that's the 12th double play they have turned this year. A&M has turned a twin killing tonight also. Bases empty, 2 gone, and here's Bear Harrison, who's 1 for 1 with a double and a run driven in. Gavin Jones, this is what we talk about with the reliable guys coming out of the bullpen for Skip Johnson. And Gavin Jones, a guy you can use in many different roles. He could go extended innings. He could go lefty specialist. Could probably close for you.
Yeah, he's done a good job tonight. Right, 1 pitch, 2 outs, then comes back, right back with another strike, getting ahead. That ERA's up a little bit, got pieced up by Gonzaga a couple weeks ago, but an effective arm nonetheless.
22 appearances last year and struck out 28. Bear Harrison takes that 1-1 pitch. Gavin Jones trying to hold things where they are. Check swing there. Kind of up and in on Bear Harrison.
It's 98 from the left side. Straight Gouda.
Is that your favorite cheese?
It's the one that I had in my head.
Jones whips a 97-mile-an-hour fastball up there. These Oklahoma arms seems like endless during Skip Johnson's tenure. Going to have Kate Cavalli as an opening day starter. And potentially, I haven't seen, is Cade Horton? I would think he'll start for the Cubs on opening day.
It's another good arm. Jake Irvin on that Nationals pitching staff as well.
I believe he's with the Red Sox now, but let me check to make sure. Two and two on Harrison. You're right, he's with the Nats. But it's Jake Bennett
with the Red Sox.
With the Red Sox.
Jake and I are still pretty close. I was going to let you look it up either
why
way.
Why did you not interrupt me?
Well.
Like I so rudely did you. Payoff pitch headed home to Harrison. Pretty good battle here. You're seeing 97 consistently and fighting it off. Another 3-2 pitch rolled to the second baseman, Kyle Branch, who says, I'm just going to take care of every out in this inning. He turns the double play and throws out Harrison. Fifth inning is in the books, and we're halfway through this conference opener with the Aggies on top 5-4. For the Sooners. Chad McKee, Blake Brewster with you. Midway through this one. Both starters have left. And it's a bullpen kind of a game tonight. Not typically what you get on Fridays in the SEC. Jackson Willits has driven in 2 of the 4 Oklahoma runs tonight. That's off the glove of Darden, and it'll be an infield hit for Jackson Willits. His second hit of the ball game.
Yeah, this is one if Darden lets go. The shortstop, Kellner, has a chance to make this play up the middle, but deflects it, gives Jackson Willits enough time to get to first base.
That's 9 hits for Oklahoma. They've had at least 1 in every inning tonight. This guy's had 2, Dayton LaChance, and he now has a 10-game hitting streak. Triple and a base hit with a run driven in this one.
They've done a good job, right? That first inning, it could have went south in a hurry. They came back, cut the lead in half. Done a lot of with 2 strikes, 2 out hitting as well. They've done a nice job finding a way back in this game.
Breaking pitch is a good one. And it's even at 1-1 to Dayton LaChance. after another breaking pitch.
I don't think I'll ever get used to pitchers throwing a football in the bullpen.
Yeah, it is. You'll see it maybe pregame, certainly in practice, throwing a football around.
We're rolling out to the right, dropping dimes in a one-run ball game. Love it.
There's the 1-2 off the end of the bat up the middle. Could be two. Hakopian steps on the bag, fires it across to Grohovec, and that's the second double play of the night turned by the Aggies. Last 2 innings, the second baseman for each team.
Check this out. Darden learns his lesson on the, I ain't touching it. Let my defense work right here for the easy 4-3 double play.
Number 2 on the night for the Aggies. Number 9 this season for Texas A&M defensively. Bases are empty. 2 down and the shift on for Drew Dickerson. 3 infielders on the left side. Dickerson 0 for 2. He's flied to center and struck out. Darden down and in with that one. Fastball at 91 miles an hour. And a swing and a miss there.
I think the name of the game for the Aggie pitching tonight has been pitchability, right? It's not overpowering stuff. It's just being able to spot it up left and right, mixing speeds, keeping guys off balance.
Full count here to the Sooner DH, Drew Dickerson. And ball 4 on a very close breaking pitch.
Just Darden's second walk on the year. It's a really good at bat by Drew Dickerson. That's a pitch that could go either way, and it's been a tight zone all night. See what ends up. Yeah, a little bit low. It's a good take.
Ethan Darden, the Clemson transfer, trying to get the final out, but Oklahoma puts the potential tying run aboard again. And a first pitch strike here to Alec Blair. Blair singled down the left field line his first time up and then grounded out to the second baseman, Hakopian. One and one in this lefty-lefty matchup. 2 left-handers tonight for the Aggies and Sadeo and Darden. Throws a fastball by him. Throw over to first. Drew Dickerson has not attempted a stolen base this year. That shift has the shortstop Kellner over on the second base side. And Hakopian is out in shallow right field. There goes Dickerson, and Blair trying to take it the opposite way.
As a base runner, you're just trying to get to second base with 2 outs. Kind of get the green light when you want to. Got an off-speed count. If it's a ball, you're standing on second base. 2-out hit brings you in.
Good approach here by Blair.
You're absolutely right. When you're facing a lefty as a left-handed batter, you got to keep that front hip in. Fastball looks like it's coming right at your chest and then goes over the plate. Blair's done a nice job tonight trying to stay to the middle of the field.
Had a base hit his first time up. Rolls the count to 2-2 as Darden misses down and away. There goes Dickerson, and this one is lined off the glove of the third baseman, Partido. Russell Raley will give the stop sign at third base to Drew Dickerson. You call that beating the shift?
Absolutely. Another good swing. Boston Kellner taking off towards third base. Just takes him out of position. That's an easy catch. Good swing by Blair. First and third, 2 outs.
And now we've got head coach Michael Early out, and they're having a word with Darden after he threw that pitch. So 2 hits for the freshman Alec Blair tonight. And Oklahoma with runners at first and third, down a run in the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 down.
That'd have been something on the throw, right? Get some warm-up pitches. Check the oil, if you will.
Perhaps we have a replay on it.
Grimace. Oh. I don't know if he's reacting to play or not.
No, that was a reaction to the play. So then, just never saw what happened. At any rate, it looks like he'll continue. And Gerardo Prado is going to pinch hit for the Sooners in the number 8 spot. He has been called upon to pinch hit multiple times and has come through. 7th appearance. Potential tying run is at third. That's Drew Dickerson. And the Aggies may go ahead and make a pitching change here. Yep, pitching change coming. So Ethan Darden will be lifted with runners at first and third and 2 down in the inning. Gave up a single, but then got a double play, and since then, walk and a base hit. And Juan Vargas has been summoned from the Texas A&M bullpen. Right-handed junior Juan Vargas out of Panama City, Panama is out of the bullpen. He's the first right-hander tonight to come from the pen for Michael Early and the Aggies. Perfect so far this year, hasn't given up a run. And he'll try to hold things where they are.
Yeah, 1-0 record on the 9 and a third innings pitch, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, another 1 walk guy. They just stay in the zone, don't they?
Indeed. So we saw Kaylee Swain, the trainer for Texas A&M, come out. There's the base hit again by Blair. And then watch as Darden goes back here and slips.
Little turf monster.
And not that that's exactly why he left, but they let him throw a couple of pitches and then he exited. Oklahoma pinch hitter Gerardo Prado is up there, pinch hitting for Kyle Branch. They want the appeal and no swing, says first base umpire Eric Goshen. Tying run is down at third base. 2 down, bottom of the 5th. There's a strike.
This is Panama v. Puerto Rico.
It is.
Not something you see often in the college ranks.
in the spirit of the World Baseball Classic. 2-1. Lifted to right field. Keel runs over and in a bit to make the catch. And the inning is over. 2 hits and a man left by the Sooners. We're through 5 with the Aggies on top 5-4. Just a beautiful night at Kemry Family Stadium. SEC opener for both ball clubs tonight. And the series opener. Oklahoma pinch hitting for second baseman Kyle Branch in the bottom half of the 5th inning, and that means a new second baseman is needed. It will be Uriah Walters who will man that position defensively. Back to the mound goes left-hander Gavin Jones, and ready to face 9-1-2 in the Texas A&M lineup here to start the 6th inning. Boston Kellner is 0 for 2 in this one. He has flied to right field and struck out looking. First one bounces up there and got a piece, I think, of the plate umpire, James Ainworth. Is that what it looked like to you, Blake?
Yeah. Doesn't feel good. That's 97.
So they will let our plate umpire have a moment.
Let's see it again. 58 feet right to the left hand.
Ouch. Got some finals in from the opening night of SEC play. 7-4 Tennessee over Georgia. Kentucky has beaten Alabama by that same score, 7-4. Auburn and Missouri. It is 2-0 Auburn. They're in the 8th. Vandy, 10-7 lead out in Nashville against 13th ranked LSU. And 4 apiece between number 3 Mississippi State and number 5 Arkansas at Baum-Walker Stadium there in Fayetteville. Looks like Texas has a 1-run lead on Ole Miss as well in the 7th, 4-3 in Austin. And our 5-4 current score with the Aggies on top. 3 balls and a strike to Kellner. And a full count now. Aggies have. And there's walk number 9. Skip Johnson on his 3rd pitcher. Cameron Johnson went 2 1/3. And then it was Xander Mercurius for an inning and 2/3. And now Gavin Jones. Back to the top of the lineup for the 4th time tonight. Gavin Grohovac will bat. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And Brendan Brock, the Oklahoma catcher, is going to go out for a visit.
They try to settle him down, maybe give time for the bullpen to get ready. Got a righty in the warming up. Just a little bit of 1 pitch, 2 outs kind of thing.
Gavin to Gavin here. Jones to Grohovac. 1-1 the count. It's a nasty pitch from Gavin Jones, especially when you bring a fastball in there in 97.
Right. Really keeps hitters off balance. It's hard to time up the fastball either way. Then you pull the string on it. It's nasty.
1-1 drilled out into left field for a base hit. Kellner will stop at second base as Trey Gamble comes up with it. And here comes the Aggies offense. A leadoff walk followed by a base hit, and they're getting to the heart of the order with nobody out.
It's a fastball in the hands of Grohovac. Nice job. Little hook barrel. Get the barrel out on 95. Take the hit right now.
First hit for Gavin Grohovac, the fourth for Texas A&M tonight. And here's Caden Sorrell, the center fielder. Gavin Jones dots a fastball at 95 on the outside edge. Sorrell walked and scored in the first, and since then has grounded out and struck out. 8 home runs for Caden Sorrell. Off to a torrid start. 1-1 the count on him. Sorrell, 6th in the SEC with those 8 home runs and tied for 3rd with 28 runs driven in. Had an injury-shortened year last year and still hit 12 home runs in 26 games. Two and one. Sorrell became a starter early on for the College World Series team at Texas A&M in 2024. Gavin Jones, 2-1, is fouled out of play. Oklahoma has sent 3 pitchers out tonight. They have all touched 96 on the radar gun, Blake.
Just can't get away from it, right? Normally you think his lefties as specialists, just kind of coming throwing in off speed. 97 up in the top shelf of that one right there to get the strikeout. Big strikeout. Get another look at it. Yeah, that's top shelf where Mama keeps the cookies. Gavin Jones said, I can get that.
Runners first and second, 1 down now. And here's Hakopian, been on base 3 times, a double and a base hit, as well as a walk. He's driven in a run and scored a run. And kind of squibs that one to first. Playable for Dayton LaChance to take it himself. 2 down. Kellner moves down the line to third. Grohovac to second. And Wesley Jordan now. The big opportunity for Texas A&M. Grand scheme of things, this feels like a big at-bat for both teams, doesn't it?
Right. Being able to hit with 2 outs. Who's going to take the last lead?
Wesley Jordan, the cleanup batter, returning to the lineup tonight. Shoots one off the front of the dugout. You come back after 10 games. How does 97 miles an hour up in the zone sound? But you saw that from Cameron Johnson, too.
You better hurry up and get ready.
That'll square things at 1-1. Just a little light breeze blowing here at Kimry Family Stadium tonight. We shall see about tomorrow. I read the forecast, and as the 1-1 is driven into right center field, that base hit's going to plate 2. Wesley Jordan drives in Kellner and Grohovac with a 2-run base hit, and Texas A&M re-extends the lead to 7-4.
Yeah, Jordan's got no problem with 97. This is on the outer part of the plate. Goes with it, times it up. Plates 2. Great swing.
So Wesley Jordan back after a 10-game absence, comes up with a big 2-out base hit to separate things. That'll bring Jake Dewar to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Swings through that one. Up in the zone. And 0-2 the count. Seven runs on 5 hits for the Aggies tonight. And Gavin Jones ready with an 0-2. Got him looking. Third time that Dewar has struck out tonight. But the Aggies strike again. A big 2-out base hit by Wesley Jordan plates 2 and gives Texas A&M a 7-4 lead. A good one. Texas A&M springing out to a quick 4-0 lead in the first. Oklahoma responding, getting back to within a run. But the Aggies separating on a 2-run single by Wesley Jordan in the top half of this inning. Jason Walk to lead it off for Oklahoma. 9-1-2 in the lineup, and Juan Vargas is back out there for Texas A&M. He came on when Ethan Darden kind of injured himself, backing up a play at home plate, and then went back to the mound, threw a couple of pitches, and was pulled in favor of Juan Vargas. And a 3-0 start here to Jason Walk. Walk's grounded out twice. And a 4-pitch walk to start the 6th. Not really the guy that you want to give a free pass to.
Yeah, got tremendous speed. 8 of 10 on the stolen base category on the year. Especially a kind of a non-competitive at bat. 4 pitches, 4 straight balls.
Walk stole 18 bases a season ago. And here's Trey Gamble. Nothing happening there. That's 5 pitches that have missed. Gamble doubled and scored in the first, then struck out in the third. He got hit by a pitch in the fourth, a call that was reviewed. Initially, it was just called a ball, but the Sooners challenged it, and upon review, it was determined he did get hit by a pitch. Each team has left 7 men on base tonight. So there have been more opportunities out there. Aggies are 2 for 11 with men in scoring position. The Sooners are 3 for 9. Walk took about 3 steps, hard steps towards second, and put the brakes on. And all of a sudden, Vargas can't find the strike zone.
That's what he does, right? Putting pressure on Vargas to throw strikes. You got to worry about him taking a base on you and find the zone at the same time.
And now we got time call. Going to have a little meeting at the mound. Jason Kelly, Aggies pitching coach, is out for a visit. Maybe he sees something with Vargas here that is correctable.
Yeah, and this at bat, the release point's been late. Everything's missing to that arm side. Right-handed batter's box if it gets the left-handed bat, Trey Gamble. Try to get him dialed back in here. Get a ground ball.
There's the activity for the Aggies. Josh Stewart. But for now, it's Vargas, third pitcher of the night for Texas A&M. Each team has used 3. That one missed way upstairs. Fastball. Vargas spent the last 2 seasons at Tennessee Tech. And he deals a strike. Texas A&M actually played Tennessee Tech to start the year. First 3 games out of the chute, so he faced his former team. Three balls and a strike to Trey Gamble. And now the count is full. Gamble a hefty on-base percentage. It was .552 coming into the night. All those walks. He's taken 16 of them this year. Drew 48 walks last year, and Vargas comes back to get him after falling behind 3-0.
It's a really good job by Vargas. Just keep trying to fight to get outs. Goes with a fastball at the numbers. Gets Trey Gamble to swing underneath it.
Here's Camden Johnson. He's 2 for 3 in this game. Whatever it was, Vargas has fixed it. It's like a golf swing. Not that I would know. You know, when it just feels right, all of a sudden you're back in the groove.
You and me both, man. It comes and goes.
I've always felt like pitching motions and golf swings are very similar. A lot of moving parts.
Just
and
trying
confidence is kind of a big deal.
Right, just trying to repeat the same motion, same swing, yeah.
Johnson lines this one foul and out of play. He doubled and scored in the third and then singled in the fourth. He's also lined out to left field. Oklahoma getting around to the heart of the lineup here. Johnson, Brock, and Willits. Between them, they've got 6 hits. Walk is back in. See, the Sooners, they love to take that extra base. 4th in the country, leading the SEC with 56 stolen bases. None so far tonight. Count will stay 0-2 on Camden Johnson. Good to see these teams get back together. First time since 2011 they've played in Norman. Had those 2 games in Omaha back in 2022, but first meeting is SEC foes.
At the family reunion.
Feels that way, doesn't it?
Introduce, yeah. Been a good one so far, kind of edge of your seat ball game. A lot of fight between these 2 teams.
The 1-2 hit well to straightaway center field for Sorrell to venture back about 5 steps shy of the warning track. Pulled that one in. Pretty good swing there by Camden Johnson, but he's out number 2.
Yeah, breeze is down. I think we got a normal day. Got a chance to get to the warning track. That ball's well hit. Just missed a little bit.
So leadoff walk to Jason Walk, but he's been left stranded over there. I think the Sooners will think about moving him down the line at some point during this at-bat by Brock.
Absolutely. Got to find a way to get on second base with 2 outs.
Not on that pitch. Brendan Brock tonight tripled and scored in the first, walked and scored in the third, and then lined out to the right fielder Keel with a couple of men aboard in the fourth. Drives this one to deep left field. Jake Dewar is back to the fence, and this baby is out of here. Brendan Brock makes it a 1-run game with a blast to straightaway left field. It's his 5th home run of the year. And we got a 1-run game of brewing at Kimry Family Stadium again.
Brock just ambushes a fastball. Get ready to pause your TV. Connection, boom. Backspins this ball, lifts it up into the night sky. No doubter.
And that is why you don't take a chance and steal second base with Jason Walk.
That's why we're up here, Chad.
Exactly. 1-run game once again. Willits has a big swipe at the first pitch from Vargas. Team leading 5th home run for Brock. And he's driven in 3 tonight, 24 on the season for Brendan Brock. Willits has had a good night also. 2 runs driven in, 2 base hits, and a sacrifice fly that drove in a run. 11 hits for Oklahoma, and at least 1 in every inning tonight. Jackson Willits has shown power in his career. Last year, 9 home runs, rifles this one to straightaway right. Keel is back, and it's back-to-back for Oklahoma. This game is tied. Jackson Willits, just as we said he has power, he proves us prophets up here in the broadcast booth with his second home run of the year.
Get another look at this one. Another fastball, middle, belt high. Jackson Willits on time, on top. Knew it off the bat. Are you a prophet?
I don't know, but we got a little conversation out here. We got Michael Early out of the dugout, Skip Johnson out of the Sooner dugout. I did not see Jackson Willits come across the plate or what might have transpired there to get tempers riled up a little bit here.
Didn't seem like he took a while to get out of the box. Maybe the Aggies thought he took a while to get around the bases. Unsure.
That looks pretty typical.
Yeah. Probably going to get warnings on both sides here. Welcome to the SEC.
And this is opening night.
Did I talk about a goalie fight earlier?
Perhaps you were the prophet. Oh, so we got a bat, thrown
flip
over here.
I think that was head coach Early. Walked out and tossed the bat towards the opposing manager.
Well, maybe we can go back and watch Willits leave the box.
All right, there's a little bit of a bat flip there, but still not called for the head coach to come out and grab the bat and toss it back towards the manager.
For years, I've wanted more microphones on the field just to hear what these discussions are about. But, Blake, I think you're right on top of it. And as this is going on, Skip is talking to the other two umpires.
Skip just wants an explanation. You can't do that to 20-year-old kids, man. Skip letting them have it.
That he is. And as you said, wanting a bit of an explanation for that bat toss.
Make up your own mind of what he might have
And now
said.
Skip Johnson just got tossed, I believe. I know someone just got tossed.
Wouldn't be Jackson, would it?
It would be nice for an explanation. And they do have microphones that you can address the crowd in stadium. We don't have one where they can address the television audience. Somebody got tossed.
I don't think they're going to explain any of this.
It was as Skip Johnson was walking back toward the dugout, though. And Skip is still in there. I don't know who's been tossed. Did you see the hook, or am I blind?
I think he did.
There was a hook. I don't know if we had our cameras on it.
And now we're getting a mound visit.
Oh, things are getting interesting on opening night. So Michael Early is out to the mound. And that's going to do it for Juan Vargas. He has given up back-to-back home runs to Brendan Brock and Jackson Willits And, oh, by the way, we're now tied at 7 apiece.
Skip Johnson won more.
So Skip Johnson back out for more conversations with the umpire. I'm still wondering who got the hook a moment ago because it was definitely indicated. Perhaps we'll get a little clarification at some point, but not right now. Instead, it's another pitching change. It'll be the third pitching change of the night for the Aggies. Josh Stewart has been a good one out of the pen, out of Georgetown, Texas, and a transfer from Texas. Very valuable guy. In fact, that College World Series team, he made 5 appearances in the College World Series. Spent 2022 at Texas. This is his 3rd year at A&M. But last year, 1 appearance, I believe it was 6 pitches into the season. He tore his ACL, so he's coming back from that. Not Tommy John, as you see so often, unfortunately, from pitchers, but a torn ACL. And so he will enter here in a tie ball game. This game was once 4-0 Texas A&M. Oklahoma got within 1 run on a couple of occasions. They've tied it on a 2-run home run from Brendan Brock and a solo shot from Jackson Willits. So apparently, Jackson Willits is the one who was ejected. And we saw him throw his bat down on his home run trot. So the Sooners apparently will have to go on without their starting shortstop, who just tied the game. And an already intense game,
I got to breathe,
has gotten even more tense. Here's Dayton LaChance.
Need some Micron in here.
Make sure the HVAC system is up to code. The temperature has been turned up. Big hack there by Dayton LaChance. LaChance has got a triple and a base hit. He's also hit into a double play tonight.
Hard to blame him there. Big swing, 3 in a row would be electric.
Down and away and 2 balls and a strike. Back-to-back home runs for the Sooners, who have now hit 20 as a club. Brock's 5th. Jackson Willits is 2nd of the season. We are told he has been tossed, though, from this game. 2-1. Big swing there. 92 mile. Oh, no. We just saw hunched over there after throwing that pitch. That did not look good. Josh Stewart. And you can tell he's biting his glove now. Let's get a replay.
See, look at this. That's not good.
Just so unfortunate. This young man coming back from an ACL tear, and he has to leave after throwing that pitch right there. So the Aggies still had some stirring about in their bullpen. They'll have to go to a new pitcher who will be allowed as much time as needed to get ready. That's Clayton Freshcorn, who's been utilized in a variety of roles. And the Aggies huddle up for their injured teammate. Well, we thought that it was going to be Clayton Freshcorn, but he has sat back down for now as the umpires discuss something. Plate umpire James Ainsworth and Eric Goshen.
Well, the next pitcher, whoever it is, will be awarded as many pitches as they want coming in from the game mound. Seems like Early can go whatever direction he wants here.
And even if you have somebody getting loose in the bullpen, a guy getting hurt like that changes your strategy potentially.
Right.
And you may not have had that guy that you would typically want up ready in that situation. Still have not seen a pitcher emerge from the bullpen just yet. What a wild game this has been.
All of this with 2 outs, by the way.
There was a walk to Jason Walk, and then Vargas found it. He retired Gamble with a strikeout and got Camden Johnson to fly out to center field. The home run by Brock, the home run by Willits. Enter Stewart, and he unfortunately has to leave with a 2-2 count on Dayton LaChance. And so now it is Hunter Vincent out there. Freshman out of Prosper, Texas, the 6'3" left-hander. Two home runs, an ejection, heated discussions, a very unfortunate injury here in this 6th inning.
It's been a roller coaster.
Indeed.
Do you like roller coasters?
Not so much. I prefer baseball games to roller coasters.
Yeah. Heights?
I'm out.
Out. All right.
So they let Hunter Vincent get loose. Let's recap what's happened tonight because it has been wild all the way through. It's almost as though this inning has been an indicator of how the night's been. RBI double by Chris Akopian got the scoring started. Sooner error down at third base on a batted ball by Jake Dewar scored 2 more, and it was 3-0 Aggies. Then a pass ball scored another run in that inning, 4-0 after 1/2 inning. Oklahoma got an RBI triple from Brendan Brock, a sacrifice fly by Jackson Willits, and made it 4-2. And Oklahoma battled back to get it back to 7-4 going into this inning. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for the Aggies. With 3 runs pushed across here in the 6th to tie this game. And Hunter Vincent now enters the fray after Josh Stewart had to leave with an apparent injury. And a 2-2 count on Oklahoma's Dayton LaChance. Hunter Vincent, talented freshman out of Prosper, Texas. 6'3", 220 pounds. And he inherits this 2-2 count against Dayton LaChance. Dayton LaChance, 2 hits on the night, a triple back in the first and a base hit in the third. He's also hit into a double play. Given 5 hits, but as is the case with most of the Aggies pitchers, only 1 walk, and he gets the swing and miss there by LaChance. Inning over. But Oklahoma ties it. Back-to-back home runs by Brendan Brock and Jackson Willits, and we hit the reset button on the SEC opener here, Blake.
Yeah, you see Brendan Brock putting the Sooners within 1. Then right after him, Jackson Willits. Let's watch the slam again. I don't know. I've seen worse.
Jackson Willits has been ejected from this game, but he has also tied this game at 7, headed to the 7th. Number 7 ties it at 7 and has gotten ejected from this game. There's the bat toss the other way. Tempers flaring. We were at a low simmer that turned into a boil in the 6th tonight. And we still got a third of this game left to go. For now, everybody has returned to a neutral corner, and Caden Leone comes in out of the Oklahoma bullpen. Sophomore has been excellent for Skip Johnson and the Sooners coming out of the pen. He's out of Austin, Texas, came from McLennan Community College. Look at those numbers, Blake.
Yeah, 9 innings, 1-0 on the year, 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, just 1 walk.
Dad Scott played in the Tampa Bay Rays organization, and Caden Leone, Skip Johnson has just said he throws 3 pitches and he throws them all for strikes consistently. Here he is against Nico Partita. Deals a strike. Camden Johnson has moved to shortstop for Oklahoma, and Jason Walk is in from center field to play third base. There's a big swing and a miss there, and Dasan Harris is now in center field for Oklahoma. So multiple changes with the ejection of Jackson Willits, and Oklahoma is without its regular starting shortstop and second baseman because Kyle Branch, the second baseman, was pinch hit for earlier tonight. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Camden Johnson has played some shortstop, played a little bit there when he was at Wichita State. Hit hard into left field and a base hit to start things in the Aggies' 7th inning by Nico Partita. Second time that he's reached base tonight. Potential go-ahead run aboard now for Terrence Keel. Walked and scored in the 3rd. 0 for 2. He hit into a double play back in the 6th. First pitch fastball a little bit in. Caden Leone is the 4th pitcher used by the Sooners tonight. Aggies have also used 4. And we are nowhere near done. Keel takes a strike.
Still 2 more games in the series. Friday night, hopefully everybody goes home, cools off a little bit, comes out for a nice little day at the ballpark.
Maybe for a couple of hours. 1-1 pitch is in there. 4 o'clock is first pitch tomorrow. 2 o'clock is the scheduled first pitch in the series finale on Sunday. Weather's supposed to hold, but be very windy tomorrow. I think it was getting to that. A south wind expected tomorrow. Strike 3 call.
Keel didn't like this call. See where it's at. Right at the knees, fastball. Spot up by Leon. Getting a little bit chirpy to the home plate umpire.
Bear Harrison now. 1 for 2 with a double back in the 3rd.
Sure.
Two balls and no strikes now to Bear Harrison. Nico Partita, the leadoff single here in the inning. He's not attempted a stolen base this year. Man, that one was close.
It's been tight all night. Tensions are high. You're going to hear a lot more chirping in the 3 innings that we got left to play.
Leon's 3-0 in there. Boston Kellner will follow. 7 runs, 12 hits, an error for the Sooners. 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Aggies. Each team has left 7 base runners out there. 3-1, skied on the infield. Middle infielders converge on it, and it drops. Oklahoma will get a force play out there at second base, though, as Uriah Walters couldn't come up with it. Tried it underhanded. Partita is cut down, and that's out number 2.
This is a big league pop-up. I had to lean forward to see the apex of this fly ball. Uriah Walters at second base, loses a little bit, touches the glove, able to corral and get the out at second base.
So 2 down. Partita forced there at second base, so Harrison is now the base runner, and here's Kellner. Boston Kellner walked and scored in the 6th inning. Aggies got 2 runs there in the 6th inning on a 2-run single by Wesley Jordan. And now here's Skip Johnson walking out for a conversation with Caden Leon. What a wild game. Was getting through a scoring recap when we went to break, but it was 4-2 Aggies after 1 inning. Harrison doubled in the 3rd to make it 5-2 before Oklahoma chipped away. Willett's RBI single, LeChanson RBI single, and it was 5-4. Then Jordan had that 2-run single that we just mentioned, 7-4. And in the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-run home run by Brock and a solo homer to tie it by Willits. 7 apiece. Jackson Willits has been ejected. Oklahoma's infield now only has 1 guy who started the game out there. That's Dayton LeChance, the first baseman. Jason Walk has come from center field to third base to replace Camden Johnson, who shifted from third to short when Willits was ejected. Onward we go. 1-0 count here on Kellner. Leon's fastball is low to mid-90s consistently, but isn't everyone's who comes out of a collegiate bullpen these days.
The talent level has really gotten expedited, especially with NIL and everything. Everybody's getting paid. You got to be a hitter when you come to the SEC, man. Got to be able to hit velo, hit spin in any count.
Boston Kellner, the freshman from Chandler, Arizona, whacks another one foul. He has a walk tonight. He's reached base safely in all 17 games. Caden Leon trying to get the final out here in the top of the 7th inning. And we'll see a payoff pitch. Nine walks and 9 strikeouts for Oklahoma pitching tonight. And here's a payoff. Another foul ball. As we said, 5 of the 9 walks issued have come in to score. Leon ready with another payoff pitch. Kellner battling away.
Extremely good at bat by Kellner here. Fighting off every fastball Leon's got. Just trying to pass the stick.
And there's ball 4. 10 walks. And the second time tonight that Kellner has walked. Bear Harrison moves down the line, and the Aggies have the go-ahead run in scoring position here in the top of the 7th. And for the 5th time tonight, Gavin Grohovac will bat. Grohovac's reached twice. He scored 2 runs. And back out comes Skip. And a pitching change coming for the Sooners with 2 outs in the 7th inning. 5th arm of the night set to be utilized. And it's going to be Jason Bowden. So Bowden enters to try to get the final out here in the 7th inning with this game tied at 7. Texas A&M with runners at first and second and 2 gone. And here is Jason Bowden on one more time here for Oklahoma, Blake.
3 flat ERA, 9 innings pitched, giving up 5 hits, 11 strikeouts, 4 walks. Guy that's going to be up there 95. What you're used to coming out of Skip's bullpen. Wipeout slider.
31 relief appearances for Jason Bowden last year, which is second most in the SEC. And that number is going to get up there again this season, you would imagine. Skip Johnson just calls him outstanding, says he's an uber athletic guy and competitive. And he faced the leadoff man, Gavin Grohovac here. Deals a strike, 96 miles an hour from Bowden. Grohovac walked and scored in that 4-run first inning, struck out in the second, grounded out in the third, and then singled and scored in the 6th. 0-2 now. Bear Harrison is out at second. Kellner is the runner at first base for the Aggies. Swing and a miss. There's that wipeout slider that you talked about from Bowden, and the inning is over. That is the 10th strikeout for Oklahoma pitching tonight. Jason Bowden able to get the final out and hold things where they are. 7 apiece at the 7th inning stretch. You're going to be on the edge of your seat all season long in SEC play. 7-7 at the 7th inning stretch. And the Oklahoma DH, Drew Dickerson, swings at the first pitch from Hunter Vincent and comes up empty. Dickerson has flied to center and struck out. He also walked back in the 5th. Aggies are shifted with the second baseman Kopion out there near second base, and he hits it right into the shift and is thrown out by the shortstop Kellner.
Good swing by Dickerson here, trying to get to that 6-hole. Even better play by Kellner. Diving to his right, able to get to his feet and make the throw for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and without the shift, that's probably a base hit at left field.
See, sometimes it works.
It does. Alec Blair now, and the shift goes the other way for the Aggies. We'll bring Kellner over to the first base side. 2 hits tonight for the freshman Alec Blair. He has beaten the shift twice. 2 base hits to left field in this identical situation. And the Aggies shift again. One and one.
And both hits tonight for Blair have been off lefties as well, getting a 3rd at bat. He's got to prove confidence for that coaching staff on the Sooners dugout. He can handle lefties.
Two balls, 2 strikes now. Kind of try to come in on him with a fastball. Alec Blair There's a little bit of that tall, rangy look that we were seeing some Oklahoma World Series highlights from 2022, like Peyton Graham had, kind of that 6'5" frame.
Long levers, good comp.
Peyton Graham drafted second round by Detroit. And there's strike 3 called. Beautiful looking breaking pitch there from Hunter Vincent. Just kind of locked him up.
I felt like he was in control of that whole at bat. Sets up his breaking ball early. Look at that. Starts at the top, ends up at the bottom. Strike 3.
Yeah, Blair kind of knew it when it came across. Uriah Walters will get his first at bat of the night. Oklahoma started Kyle Branch at second base. He batted twice, and then Gerardo Prada came in with a pinch hitting appearance, and Gerardo flied out to right field. That brought Uriah Walters into the game at second base and in the number 8 spot.
Hitting .500 on the year in 6 at bats, 3 hits.
Driven in 2 runs as well. The 2-0. Whacks that one foul. Wild momentum swings in this game. Had a little bit of everything. We're just getting warmed up.
I'm still sweating. I don't know. I need to get some of this energy out.
Almost 3.5 hours in, and only in the 7th. And nobody going anywhere. 3-1 is in the air to right. Keel backed up a couple of steps. Now he's in to grab it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning out there for Hunter Vincent. That is the first 1-2-3 inning worked by Aggies pitching tonight. We're tied at 7, heading to the 8th. 7. Fans not going anywhere out there just outside the right field fence. And back to it we go with Jason Bowden back to the hill for Oklahoma. Each team has used 5 pitchers tonight. Starters left long ago. Neither made it out of the 4th inning. 1-0 here to Sorrell is hit in the air on the left side. Oklahoma had the shift on, so the only guy over there on that side of the infield makes the catch. The Sooners left the shortstop that time, Camden Johnson, over on that third base side and shifted Jason Walt, the third baseman, over. And Sorrell pops up. Blake, you and I were kind of talking off the air. All the pitching and all the things that have happened. The 2 starting pitchers tomorrow expected to be Weston Moss for Texas A&M and L.J. Mercurius. They have important jobs in the grand scheme of this series tomorrow, don't they?
Everything culminates, right? The little chirpiness back and forth between the teams, you know, amped up energy, plus 5 pitchers coming out of the bullpens for both teams. It's going to be a test of see who can be mentally tough, right? Be able to pound the zone and just extend the game.
Kopian's had a good night. 2 hits and a walk. He's driven in a run and scored a run. Oklahoma shifts this time to the third base side with 2 infielders moving over there. Couldn't check his swing, and it's 1-2. You see that shift. Downstairs. Here's Kopian returning to the lineup for the Aggies for the first time since February the 27th. Missed 7 games in a row. He's only played 4 games total, transferring in from Maryland. Three balls and 2 strikes.
Kopian does a nice job working this count full, leaving some tough sliders down in the zone.
And that is walk number 11 issued by Oklahoma pitching tonight.
That could raise tensions, too. It's been kind of a sloppy game, a lot of walks. You know, the lead's never safe in this scenario.
11 walks and 10 strikeouts. Here's the cleanup man, Wesley Jordan, who's been on base 3 times tonight. In the air, right center field, Alec Blair and Harris are both back, and it will be the right fielder Blair at the fence catching it. Back to first goes Akopian on the long fly ball to right center by Wesley Jordan.
It's a really good swing by Jordan here. Stays inside this baseball. Gets true backspin to right center field. Alec Blair making that catch at the wall.
The freshman out there playing right field for Oklahoma. Here's Jake Dewar, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Does this game feel like it needs extra innings, Blake?
Yeah. Yeah, let's just push it to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in. I'm locked up tight. Let's go. Come on.
Bowden throws over and Akopian gets back.
You think I'm going to be able to sleep when I get home?
Absolutely not. We might as well just go ahead and fire up game 2.
Right now. I feel like everybody on the field feels that way too.
1-1. Long time in the set position for Bowden. Hit down into the left field corner. Gamble a long run trying to chase it down. He slides into the wall down there, and it just lands out of his reach and out of play.
It's a nice job by the veteran outfielder. He slides at the foul line to feel the fence with his feet. Keeps his eye on the ball. He's able to keep his head still the whole time with his body being on the ground in motion.
How much does an outfielder practice what you're talking about there, going into the wall?
I just made that up on the fly right there. What do you mean? No, you test your limits in inter squads and fly ball reps when Reggie hitting the fungo. Try to see what you can do in a game.
2 balls and 2 strikes, and it's different based upon how much real estate you've got to work with, different ballparks, and the turf you got here. You can slide a long way out there.
Adrenaline too, right? There's a whole lot of hyped up energy in here. You might be able to do something that you'd be able to do in a game that you wouldn't be able to promote in practice.
Swing and a miss. Bowden strikes out Dewar. And we remain tied, 7-7, headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. Allows 2 runs to score, but the Sooners battle back. RBI triple from Brendan Brock. Sacrifice fly by Jackson Willis. It was 4-2 after 1 inning. Top of the 3rd, that's Bear Harrison making it 5-2 Aggies with that double. Oklahoma got 2 runs there and made it 5-4. And then in the bottom of the 6th inning, with the Aggies up 7-4, that's a 2-run home run from Brendan Brock, followed by a solo shot by Jackson Willits that tied this game. Willits was ejected for throwing his bat down in the inning. And we remain tied at 7-7. 6th pitcher of the night for Texas A&M is Clayton Freshcorn. Now we saw him getting loose in the bullpen. The injury occurred, and we thought he might come into the game when Josh Stewart had to leave. But instead it was Hunter Vincent. Vincent came in and got all 4 guys that he faced, and now it's Clayton Freshcorn.
Yeah, it's going to be his 8th appearance, 2-0 on the year, 10 strikeouts, no walks. Hasn't given up a run on the year.
Faces 9-1-2 in the Sooner lineup. Kate Freshcorn, not to be confused with Jason Ruffcorn, who pitched at, I believe, both A&M and Oklahoma.
Absolutely right. Dynamite recall, Chad.
And was a very good pitcher. He actually reminded me a little bit of Jason Bowden, who's pitching for Oklahoma now. Walked tonight, walked and scored in the 6th. He scored on Brendan Brock's 2-run home run. Down and in to walk, and 2 balls and a strike. Freshcorn's just one of those guys that you can pitch him to 1 guy, you can pitch him 1 inning, or you can pitch him 5 innings. He's kind of got that sidearm delivery and loose arm that's able to bounce back quickly.
Kind of reminds me of the nuke, a la Noosh.
Rifle down the left field line by Walk, but foul. 2-2. Freshcorn, also a JUCO transfer from McLennan Community College. Second year at A&M after 1 year of JUCO. Made 23 appearances last year. And that is a base hit over the outstretched glove of Boston Kellner, the shortstop. Jason Walk, he's been on base twice tonight. He reached base 3 times in Oklahoma's midweek game. And Oklahoma would love for this right here to continue.
When he's good, he's doing this. It's a fastball over the middle. He's trying not to pull it. Just stays through the baseball. Driving it over Boston Kellner in the 6th hole.
He's so interesting because he's not a big guy, Walk, but he's got big pop in his bat. He really does.
Yeah, he hit 9 homers last year. Maybe that kind of gets in your head a little bit, right? You're trying to launch instead of just staying line drive, gap to gap.
So Oklahoma with the lead run aboard and nobody out. Gamble fouls this one over toward the A&M dugout. Trey Gamble tonight has struck out a couple of times, but he's reached twice. Doubled and scored in the first and got hit by pitch that wasn't initially scored a hit by pitch. It was reviewed. Oh, 1 from Freshcorn makes it 0-2. Walk certainly fully capable of getting himself into scoring position all by himself.
Yeah, got to be careful here. If you're running with 2 strikes, got to keep your head inside towards Trey Gamble at the plate. Locate the baseball.
And that hit him. Gamble just has a way. I mean, that's the second time he's been hit by a pitch tonight.
Some guys just have a knack for it. Let's take another look at it, see where it gets him. Right on the quad. You'll take that 0-2 all day long. Blake Robinson on that 22 team went to Omaha. He had a knack for getting hit and taking walks. You know, Bryce Madron even had the same kind of thing going on. He's in the first base coaching box right now.
Aggies want to at least talk about it. Jason Kelly will come out to chat with Freshcorn. A rare inning of struggle for Freshcorn. But Oklahoma has 2 men aboard and nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Reggie Willits wants to talk with his batter and base runners as well. Sacrifice situation, do you think, Blake?
I think it has to be in a close game. You know, trying to set it, give the ball to your bullpen with a lead. You got speed on the base pass. A hit scores 2. I like the bunt here.
Here's the associate head coach, Jason Kelly. He comes out for mound visits, and then we see Michael Early make the pitching changes generally. Aggies have made 4 pitching changes tonight. We have had 14 walks and 16 strikeouts combined, 19 hits, 14 runs, and 17 base runners left. Camden Johnson has a 2-hit night for the Sooners. Now playing at shortstop. Excellent speed on the base paths here for the Sooners. Is bunting, and it's a good one. Toward third it goes. Well bunted, well played by Partita. And Oklahoma has 2 men in scoring position with 1 out.
Excellent execution right there. Puts the ball in Partita's hands at third base, giving himself up.
And here's Brendan Brock. Tripled and scored in the first, then socked a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. He's also walked and scored another run. 3 runs scored and 3 runs driven in, and the Aggies aren't going to risk it. Desan Harris is in this spot in the lineup for the Sooners, and he will bat. With all the shuffling, Willits being tossed, and Oklahoma shifting things around. But Desan Harris will bat now in the cleanup spot. He's playing center field.
It's a really good call by the Aggies. Getting to the pinch hit situation with Desan. Coming in for Jackson Willits. You load the bases up, keep the force play in order.
Desan Harris is one of those clutch kind of guys for Oklahoma. Infield is in here for the Aggies. And he lifts one to center field. Walk is going to tag at third. It's caught by Sorrell. Walk is going to cross the plate. And Oklahoma leads it for the first time tonight. Desan Harris with a sacrifice fly to center field on the first pitch from Clayton Freshcorn. It's 8-7 Sooners.
Just a really good job coming off the bench, filling your role. Gets a fastball early in the count, just puts contact, moves the hit spot up, puts his team ahead with one swing.
Oklahoma trailed 4-0 in this game. They trailed 7-4 as well, and now they lead 8-7. What resilience shown by the Sooners tonight. Big hack here by Dayton LaChance. Pops it up. And they'll run out of real estate trying to flag it down. LaChance has 2 hits on the night. Tripled in the first. Had a base hit in the third.
The power numbers haven't been there, but the guy's hitting .411 and driving in runs in every way he can.
21 runs knocked in. Drives this one to deep center field, but with 2 outs, it's caught by Sorrell, and the inning is over. But Oklahoma has taken the lead. They will try to close out the SEC opener as we move to the top of the 9th inning in Norman next. Before they tied it up in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they've taken the lead on Desan Harris's sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 8th. And Jason Bowden is back to the mound here for the Sooners. You know the Aggies will not go quietly. Nico Partita, Terrence Keel, and Bear Harrison, scheduled hitters in the top of 9. Bowden with a strike to Partita, who's been on base twice. He has grounded out, lined to left field, walked and singled. And there's strike 2. Jason Bowden is the 5th Oklahoma pitcher of the night.
Aggies are in take to get a strike. Partita down 2 here, just trying to extend the at-bat.
Jason Bowden's been through it before. Mentioned 31 relief appearances for the man who started his career at Texas A&M. And he throws gas past Partita.
Heavy with the fastball, all at bat. Elevates here to get above the barrel of Partita. It's a really good sequence.
Here's Terrence Keel. He is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. And Bowden hits him. That puts the tying run aboard in the 9th.
We'll see another look. This is a fastball that just gets away from him. I know you got protection up there. That still doesn't feel good. That rocks you a little bit. Good thing he's all right.
He is the first Aggie hit by a pitch tonight. But they have drawn 11 walks in this game. That's 12 free base runners. Potential tying run aboard in the top of the ninth. Here's Bear Harrison. Harrison has factored in, walked in the first, doubled in the third, drove in a run. And overall, he is 1 for 3. Oklahoma's bullpen is just kind of staying lively out there. The Sooners also have Jackson Cleveland, who's been very good. He's picked up 3 saves in the last week. But tonight it's Bowden against his former team. Gets a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Jason Bowden was on that A&M team that went to Omaha, but made only 2 appearances in 2024. His second season as an Oklahoma Sooner. And he gets a swinging strikeout of Harrison.
Did nothing but fastballs. Commands the inside of the zone on this one. Gets the ball past Harrison. High spin rate on that. Just stays on the same plane, out of the hand.
4th strikeout for Bowden. 13th for Oklahoma pitching tonight. That's now 12 of 18 games with double-digit strikeouts for this pitching staff. And 6 in a row. Kellner has walked twice. He's 0 for 2. Nothing but strikes right now from Bowden. So he has bounced back from that one he lost to Keel.
He's done a nice job making the adjustment, getting back in the zone.
Bouncing ball to short. Camden Johnson will take it himself. And Oklahoma rallies to win 8-7 in a dandy of an SEC opener. This game was this league almost in a nutshell. Blake Brewster, almost an instant classic from the get-go here tonight.
Had everything you want, ups, downs. Sooners did a nice job staying in this game. You go down 4 in the first, find a way to cut it in half, and just found